Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of Real Hawk Talk. I'm Brian Nemhauser, and hopefully you guys can hear me okay. If you can't, let me know. I'll try to boost things up. But we're going to watch the game together. We're going to watch the game together, going to check this out, and it's a huge one. It's a huge one for this Seahawks team, and I'm really excited to hang out with you guys while we do. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks, as are all of our episodes. Thank you for the confirmation. Someone says volume's perfect. Someone says volume's too low. Someone else says sound is great. This is life. This is life of doing these podcasts. You never know. And as you'll see, honestly, I'm watching the game at home, on my couch, and part of me is just like, I'd rather just watch the game. But genuinely, I'll end up just tweeting about all this stuff anyway. So we might as well just hang out as a group, talk about what we're seeing. I will share my insights with all of you along the way. And I think I've probably watched more of the Seahawks practices than anybody that'll be commentating on it on the live broadcast. But up to you if you'd like to listen to that instead. And the hope here is that the Seahawks respond to what was really a lackluster performance last week. And it's funny, I got a lot of people that did not like the conversation Jeff Simmons and I had yesterday on Seahawks Saturday, where we just went through the week and we're like, it was a bad game. They didn't play well. The Terry and Arnold thing didn't go quite as well as the Seahawks had hoped, and that he's not going to be able to play in the preseason. They add Trayvon Diggs, which seems like a sign that they're not particularly happy with their cornerback situation. They lose Jake Bobo to an injury. Robbie Oots is out for the season. Then joint practice, mixed reviews on how that went. Wasn't like the most positive Seahawks week, given that there are a lot of very positive Seahawks weeks. And people did not like hearing that. We are overreacting. We are being pessimistic. I don't feel pessimistic at all. I try to capture kind of where the team is, and as they enter this game, the second preseason game, which means nothing on the larger scale, scope of things. But what it does mean is I know Mike McDonald was not happy with the way that first preseason game went. And like losing is part of it, but the fact that they did not play physically, they lost in the trenches, they did not run the ball well, they did not stop the run very well, they did not rush the passer very well, they did not cover very well. Like the offense was not, there was a lot of sloppiness. There's a lot of things that Mike McDonald had every reason to not be happy about in that first game. And now you're going to go up against the Tennessee Titans. And what you'd like to see, regardless of the score, what you would like to see is a team that resembles the style of play that the Seahawks and Mike McDonald have brought to Seattle over the last few years. So that is what's at stake here. And then there's obviously a few positions where there's, I think, a lot to look at. And what as they're kind of getting ready for pregame here, I will keep you guys all up to date with how we're going to synchronize our TVs together as best we can. But with Jake Bobo being out, with Torrey Horton with an undisclosed injury, the wide receiver position is now much more open to competition than it had been even just a day ago. And so what happens today for Montorie Foster Jr., for Cody White, for Ricky White, for other players in that receiver room does matter. Emmanuel Henderson Jr., the draft pick, who knows, number 84. He's flashed for me at times. Maybe he steps up. Rashad Rochelle, number 35. This is a guy that had a really big kick return in the first game. And I think it was a punt return, if I remember right. He's had a nice camp. I've liked him. I've just kind of not talked about him much because there's zero path to making the roster for that guy. Well, it's probably not zero anymore. He's got to climb over a lot of people, but every receiver in this game, there's going to be an opportunity for them to try to get the Seahawks' attention and say, hey, you don't need to look anywhere else. We've got you right here. So seeing how those receivers play, I think, is a big part of tonight. seeing how the edge rush, the edge group plays, I think is really, really big. You can look at the edge, like Derek Hall, still out with some injury. You're probably not going to see DeMarcus Lawrence or Dante Fowler or Uchenna Nwosu, I would assume, but who knows? But I don't think Connor O'Toole or Jalen Gaines or Jared Ivey or even Aiden Hubbard had standout performances last week. And this is a chance for these guys to really start to show a little bit more that they deserve snaps and they deserve opportunity. And they're going to get chances in this game for sure. And what it sounds like is that the Seahawks, sorry, I was getting distracted by chat, that the Seahawks starters are not going to play, but the Titans starters will. So that'll be kind of interesting to, I think Cam Ward might even be playing a half, I heard. I don't know. We'll find out. But I am very curious about Seahawks backups going up against the Titans starters. And the Titans, like, it was another example in this joint practice of, I'm sorry, I just saw Cooper Kupp clean shaven and it startled me for a second.
It's like me clean shaven.
I know, right? Yeah. Hey, Jeff, what's going on, dude?
What up? So are we trying to match up our screens here, or are
we will, like, we're a commercial break right now, so I'll kind of I'll share once the kickoff happens for me.
Yeah.
And if you're ahead of it, then you can pause and then sync up. If you're behind me, then we're kind of SOL. Like, I mean, actually, if you're behind me, I can pause to sync with you at least. We could try that too. So,
yeah, or I can kind of give you like the recap of what happened once I see it.
Yeah. So for folks that don't know how this all works, we are not able to broadcast the game. So if you're here to watch the game on the YouTube channel, that's not going to happen. Can't do that. Very, very against the rules. But what we do, we've done this in past years too, is we're going to do our own color commentary of what's going on in the game and talk about in real time the implications to the team, to the players, what we like, what we don't like, what we're seeing, and probably talk about things that have nothing to do with football as well, knowing Jeff and I. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan. It's always fun. We always get a bunch of people in here, and then you can hang out and chat and talk to each other as well. So, Jeff, I was just kind of going over this and like the different players and the position groups that I think matter. But with the Titans, sound like they're going to play starters and the Seahawks playing backups. And the way the Titans were talking about even the joint practice yesterday, I can't shake this thing that I still think the Seahawks, even Mike McDonald, have not fully understood how much people are going to be gunning for them this season compared, like how much playing them matters to other teams more than it did a year ago.
Yeah, like my namesake, Jeff Simmons, has some pretty telling quotes from that practice the other day where he was screaming, "You guys are the champs. We're hungrier than you," something like that. And so I think that's something on the Titans and Seahawks, and maybe it's the solid energy, but like those teams played a game last year where it just seemed felt like the Titans were just like a barely sweat off their back during that run to the Super Bowl. Cam Ward played pretty good, but that should have been a pretty easy blowout. So the fact that a team that has like no tie towards them, a team that has no real kind of connection to them at all, is that hungry to play them in a joint practice, I think that's, like you said, I think that's a sign of things to come, because the teams who actually have a relationship with them, I think, are going to be really, really looking at them differently.
Yeah, I just, it's the type of thing that I think would never occur to Mike McDonald, because he would never think about, oh, we're playing the champs, we got to play harder or it matters more. That's just not how his mind works at all.
No.
And he would never think, okay, I'm going to try harder at anything because of the opponent. That's not the way he's wired. And I do think, I think that for the Cowboys, it did matter for them more last week than it did against other teams. Now, they had another nice game. The Cowboys are looking like a team that, we've talked about could be a contender this year. But the Seahawks, like, even though it's the backups, man, like, style of play, you'd like to see some guys stand out for you.
Yeah, like just talking about the Cowboys and the Seahawks last week, like the Cowboys' depth at edge rush and offensive line and even receiver to an extent, that really flashed to me. And obviously, like Joe Milton was a lot better than I remember from last year. And even like when he played in the second half last week, you can see just the teams that have depth in the preseason, especially the way preseason used to be different. It used to be like a gradual buildup. Week one, the starters wouldn't play. Week two, they'd play a series. Week three, they'd play a half. Now preseason's really about learning what the depth of your roster is like, learning who like the 40 to 60 or 40 to 70 and Seahawks go 70 deep. Last week, what made it so discouraging is that there's the bottom of the roster really didn't flash, and even guys like Arroyo and Riley Mills, you'd like to see more. But the Cowboys, like for example, they rolled Arizona last night, like even more than they rolled Seattle last week. They got like that's a team I remember when I said I liked them this year. Evan looked at me like I was crazy. I think it was during one of our Real Hawk talks, and yeah, seeing them early, like they look like a well coached team, and that kind of what I made my prediction about them.
Yeah, and look, I gotta be realistic. I mean, if the Titans are playing starters and you're playing backups, I'm not expecting the Seahawks just to dominate them or anything like that. It is more like the types of things I'll be looking for. Execution. Are they still sloppy with just getting to the line of scrimmage, getting a play called without having pre-snap penalties? Are they looking like they are playing with aggression and speed, right? Like they might not be beating people, but are they playing fast? I want to see, like, is there people flying to the ball? Are you getting people running off screen to on screen to make tackle? Like, I just want to see examples of Seahawks football. And then obviously I want to see some players flash. I want to see Tyrese Knight, type of performances from guys in addition to Tyrese Knight. Let's get an Elijah Arroyo like hype session where he looks like a future star, right?
Yeah, like the thing was that was what concerned me. Obviously, you want to see, and we talked about this yesterday, but the guys who did play last week, and Knight was the one who really flashed. But Arroyo was a guy like he had one catch in space and it was wide open design play. And Brian Baldinger did the video on that. But I want to see him like jump over a defender or use his athletic ability to get down the seam, or Riley Mills bull rush the crap out of a guard.
I'm going to pause you for a second, Jeff. We are getting ready to kick off right now. The Titans are lining up to kick. So time it up, and they just kicked.
Okay, you're a tiny bit ahead of me.
Tiny bit ahead. Okay. Ball bounces, and I think that is Cody White returning. That was 82, I believe. I think Emmanuel Henderson Jr. was back there with him. And here comes Drew Lock and Jacardier Wright.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to watching a little Jacardier Wright, man. I was like hyped for him going to the training camp, and then he's been hurt. This is his first preseason game of the year.
Yeah, he was really fun to watch in the preseason last year, where we got to see like Clinton, that running game really look good. And yeah, last game, like the running backs didn't look particularly exciting. And so I'm glad we get to see a little bit of him. Let's see how this goes. It looks like the Saints starting O-line.
Jeffrey Simmons against like Christian Haynes. I don't know how I feel about that matchup.
There's Cody Barton.
Yeah. Oh, like that. That's a decent run. It's a decent run. A little bit of push off the left side behind Mason Richmond, who I still like what I saw from Mason Richmond last week, but he's got to prove that he can move people. Not just he's a good pass protector, but can he move people in the run game?
See these guys go up against some pretty big name players on this line. They gave John Franklin Myers $20 million a year. This is a highly Jermaine Johnson's on their team. There's a lot of players, so they can move these guys off the line. Go ahead.
There's a quick completion to Cody White, and I'll talk about an opportunity, Jeff. I mean, this guy is stuck around, and now with Jake Bobo out, it really feels like it's his job to lose.
Surprised they matched that contract with Jake Bobo after giving Shaheed the money and keeping Cup. And I assumed, talking about on shows with you earlier, I think I did a solo show that day, Cody White would just step into that role. And so there's got Ricky White was a pick last year. Henderson was a pick this year. I think Cody White, pretty good player.
Yeah. I think he's. I mean, that game, that catch against Commanders was pretty sweet. I just edited Jeff's mic settings because he was cutting out a little bit. So yeah, hopefully people can hear him okay.
Okay, sounds better now.
There is a 2nd and 7, and we've got a shotgun with Jacardia Wright split out left. Oh, that's Velus
No,
Jones.
it's Velus
Excuse
Jones.
me. Velus
Velus
Jones. Yeah. And
So you got
pass to him.
Foster, Arroyo.
And there's Cody Barton. My God. Okay, who's the flag on? Oh, it looks like it's on the Titans. Is it me or does Cody Barton look like Drew Lock? Legal hands to the face. That's an automatic first down. We'll take that, dude. So that's I feel like that's one of the weirdest penalties.
I hate it.
Off of quarterbacks, like you can't touch the face mask of a receiver at all. I mean, I don't know, man. That feels like a really weak penalty.
It drives me crazy during the season. It's one of those things where it has nothing to do with the play a lot of the time, too.
All right, so now he's under center. It looks like we've got extra tight ends on the field. That is Velus Jones leaking out. He gets the ball. That Velus Jones played receiver his whole college career, played with Sam Darnold at USC, and has like you and I liked what we saw in Atlanta for like a couple of snaps, right? I think the thing with him is, can he carry in the middle of the field, or is he just a third down kind of outside the hashes kind of player?
Well, what's interesting with him was he was drafted as a receiver, and he was an overage draft pick with the Bears. I think like a 25-year-old rookie, and just totally busted there. And so you heard for years this guy's just a joke in Chicago, and he's a running back. He is more of that horizontal player that me and you have liked a lot of the years. Like Laviska Shenault was there the one year. He's more of that kind of player because he was more of a receiver converting.
I really liked that second down run. I liked the blocking. There's some kickouts there that held. And a good run by Velus Jones, almost picked up the first down. Like, this is, who knows where this will end up, but this has been a strong start. Jacardia Wright's in there, a little bit bigger of a back, so I wouldn't be surprised. It's a challenge. That's a long yard against a good interior line. There's Elijah Arroyo in motion, and there's Elijah Arroyo making the big play. There we go, Jeff.
There we go. That's stuff we want. So to have 3 first downs already against the number 1 defense of the Titans for your full number 2s, that's a good sign. I like the play call too. Like, that's an encouraging sign. That's a play I would expect they want to practice their short yardage runs.
Yeah, it's a great point. Like, Brian Fleury is also having his second game as a play caller.
Yeah.
And third is short for him to call a pass play like that. Let's get people off their tendencies.
Cody Barton was the one in coverage, guys.
Uh-oh, that's Mason Richmond on the ground.
Oh my God.
I don't like that. Looking at his right leg, right knee maybe.
I like that Darnold and Arroyo were in sync doing the dance there. But
well, Mike talked about that. Like, it mattered to him last week that there wasn't enough juice, and they were talking about the sideline. And I think it was cool to see, Julian Love and Devin Witherspoon, out there cheering on the offense, man. Like, that was nice to see.
Yeah, like that, seeing the team jack. This is not a play that gives you a lot of juice. This is guys look pretty upset on the Titans even.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's it looks like Bryce Cabledew is on his way in. Bryce Cabledew had a scare. Mason Richmond's walking off the field in his own power.
Okay. Because there also is heat-related issues. I don't know what the weather is down there today, but it was 100 degrees the other day at practice, and there were guys leaving and coming out.
I'm having heat-related issues from here. If it's 100 degrees there, like that's not temperature I can handle. Not with humidity. 100 degrees in Phoenix is fine. All right, but Bryce Cabledew comes in, number 77 at left guard. For people that don't know, aren't paying attention, Olu to me is at center. Josh Jones is left tackle. Christian Haynes is right guard, and I believe who is it at right tackle? Is that Bobby Hart? Ugh. Yep. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, look at Drew Lock. A perfect throw to a wide open Elijah Arroyo. And Jeff, what's better than having your backups march down the field and just score with ease against the starters for the Titans?
That's you're talking about low juice and low buzz. That's encouraging. 4 first downs, a touchdown, a great play action pass. And yeah, I don't know if that's a great Elijah Arroyo athleticism. He got wide open.
Yeah, it's a bust.
That's a cool looking play. Like that's the stuff when he got drafted I want to see. Like those seam routes stay into the middle of the field. This one, there's no skill. This is on Brian Fleury more than anyone else.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if he did. So one of the things to really pay attention to is Brian Fleury's defensive background, and I want you to talk about a tweet you sent me. But Brian Fleury's talked a lot about how he's able to identify defensive rules and use them against the defense. I don't know if I can credit him there with doing that. If he did, awesome. But the defense clearly had a busted coverage, happened to have a guy in the right place, or, maybe he had an idea of what to do about it. So how to cause that busted coverage. So, you sent me a tweet about Kyle Shanahan and how he kind of realized the way he needed to get better as an offensive play caller.
Yeah, Shanahan was talking in this tweet that I saw. It was a direct quote from him about one of the things he's looking for in like bringing up and coming offensive assistants is guys who really understand defense. And one of the things he's now looking for, and as part of his adjustment as a coach, was guys who've had a defensive background that are moving to offense. And who did I think of? A guy who's been on his staff and we know was really well regarded. Brian Fleury was a guy, and you can see why Shanahan was so valued. One of the cool things here is that Fleury and Sala have been on the same staff for a lot of years. So those guys know each other pretty well. He probably knows some rules about him and about some of his defense, and he probably got a real kick out of break causing a total bust like that. Those two got to know each other inside out. The run game coordinator going up against him last year. So, yeah, you can just see from that quote if you find it. And it was interesting because I think it's one of the things that sold Mike on was just how he won on the board and his defensive background. So, yeah, we had heard at the combine that there was a lot of disappointment that Shanahan lost that guy. And so cool to see right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking right now. I mean, you had Cody Barton, Cedric Gray, old Seahawk Jacob Martin as well, Amani Hooker, Jermaine Johnson. You had a lot. Kevin Winston Jr. Like, this is their starting group. Like, that would be very disheartening if I was a Titans fan, man. Like,
if you just watch Drew Lock, Jacardier Wright, Elijah Arroyo is going to be a pretty big player. But my starting defense just getting pushed around, I would be pissed off.
Well, right. And I mean, to your point there, the Seahawks had 3 carries for 11 yards. It wasn't like they were gashing them. But, you're talking about almost 4 yards a carry. And they had what was it? I meant to ask you, how do we feel about AJ Barner in the sunglasses on the sideline?
It's very him.
It's very him.
Barner in Nashville when he's not playing this week. That dude must be on one this weekend.
He definitely brings. Oh, look at this! A little bit of pushing and stuff. Derek Hall in the middle of it as usual.
Shocker.
Look at them smiling. Dante Fowler Jr. getting into it. Chenna Nwosu getting into it.
Yeah.
Look at Josh Jobe laughing. I mean,
Jaron Reed is in there.
I think I have a feeling the Seahawks are going to get penalized.
I'm guessing they were told to have some energy this week.
Oh, holding. Let's go.
Look at Spoon.
How did the Seahawks not get a penalty for what happened on that sideline?
I don't know. The ref's almost laughing in the replay.
All right, so let's see what the Seahawks defense looks like. Who do they have out there against Cam Ward and their starters on offense? Brian Dable had a interesting figure. Of course, we're just going to look at Mike McDonald, apparently. Okay, here we go. So first and 10 at the 10-yard line, you got Jared Ivey, Riley Mills, Brandon Peely, and I can't quite see the other guy out there on the line.
Let's see if I can get up.
Might be Mike Morris. It's Mike Morris.
Yes. Yeah, that would make sense.
Big run up the middle. That's not ideal. And one of the parts of the team that did not play particularly well last week was the interior line. The Uso did not play well. Brandon Peely did not play well. I did see word that Quentin Bohanna got waived. I wouldn't be surprised if the Seahawks check in on, who's down? That is, shoot. Can we get out of here with no more injuries, please?
Yeah, we're already been a tough week.
Who do we have there?
Like a DB based on the body. Oh boy, they're on their knees now.
Yeah. Is it Bud? Oh, it's Bud Clark, and it looks broken. His leg's going the wrong way, I think. I don't know for sure that's what I saw, but that's what I think I saw.
Oh boy. Ugh, oh boy. That's not good.
Yeah. I think this is not good. But I'm not a doctor. I just, based off what I saw, I think this is.
He called it right away too.
Yeah, the way he reacted, took off his hat and helmet, and everybody motioned people over. I think it's one of those things where something wasn't going the right direction.
Brutal, man.
Talk about a fluke way to get injured, hopping over a pile and just landed. I think his foot probably got caught underneath somebody or something.
Yeah. Oof. That's bad.
Well, so, obviously, it's inhuman to not talk about Bud and what it means for him. But if this is a serious injury to Bud Clark, where does your mind go in terms of implications for the roster and the team?
Well, it's good. They have depth at that spot, but Rodney Thomas is the one who's going to really get a lot of snaps in there. I think he's more of that kind of player. The other safeties are more in the box safeties, like DeAnthony Bell. But it sucks because he was a real designed to be a playmaker at the back end of the defense. He's a guy that hasn't flashed yet, but he's a guy that can probably don't have a lot of guys in your roster who can mimic that player. DeAnthony Bell more mimics the Eamon Worry kind of player, but he's obviously not Nick. I haven't heard much about Rodney Thomas in a camp, but that would be the one who comes to mind.
So Bob Condota is tweeting that the cart is coming out and an air cast is being put on Bud Clark.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
After that first drive, man.
Yeah, I wish that did not happen. Another guy that I would say to keep an eye on with this is AJ Finley. This is a guy the team really thinks highly of, can play some of that deep safety. I think you're absolutely right. Rodney Thomas is part of that list as well, has been a starter before. But AJ Finley is a guy, number 30, that has had a nice camp and has recovered from his own serious injury that cost him a season last year. So, we don't know. It really does seem like this is probably something that is going to be, you never know if it's season, maybe if it's a break. Sometimes broken bones are not as bad as torn tendons or something like that. So we'll reserve judgment, but that was not great.
Yeah. There's nothing other to say than that just sucks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he looks so bad.
Well, and by the way, I'm pretty sure that Nissan Stadium plays on grass. Like, I think people talk about grass and turf, and am I right? I think that's grass. I'm almost positive that's grass. And grass can be a lot of the lower extremity injuries, while turf is more going to be the head injuries, which are obviously really serious. There's a nice play from Riley Mills.
Oh, man, I gotta get my juice back. That really.
Yeah.
That was devastating.
Yeah, very, very sad to see that. So it is the starting offense for the Titans. You got Pete Skoronski in there. I don't know. He's one of the better guards in the NFL. Cam Ward, obviously, number 1 overall pick a few years ago. So Carnell Tate.
Yeah, Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah, you got a lot of guys, and the Seahawks are now, they're only playing backups. There are no starters on the field. Nehemiah Pritchett's on one side, and I think Noah Igbinogh's on the other.
Yep.
Quick pass to Wan'Dale, and there is Chris Paul Jr.
He didn't play a ton last week, did he?
I think he was hurt.
Yeah, I think he was hurt.
I've been watching him try to practice, and he keeps being hurt, and so maybe he's finally in the point where he's ready to play. 2nd and 5. A little lofted pass, and how'd you feel about the coverage there with Noah Igbinoghene?
That was okay, not bad.
Yeah, he didn't get fooled. There was a little play action. He didn't bite on it.
Yeah.
And
But
I
it's a
mean,
bit of an overthrow, but I think that's his job. His job is to have him drift into the sideline there
yeah,
and make the window. Let's see the replay. I'm a little behind you, so let's.
yeah. I don't think he's just not the fastest guy. I think he's really strong around the line of scrimmage, but
Yeah,
I
like
think
he had a clear step on him. If that's a good throw.
yeah. A 3rd and 5. Let's see if the Seahawks can get some pressure here. There's Connor O'Toole on the bottom of your screen. Easy conversion. Easy
That
conversion.
was not the pressure your time.
No, there's some kind of bust there. There's Tony Pollard for what was that, 40 yards? I mean, that was a big gain.
Yeah. And no one took. Oh, they crashed into each other. That's what happened. Surratt and Noah crashed right into each other.
It looks like Noah maybe if he crashed into somebody, then it looks like he got fooled.
That was busted. Yep, they run right into each other. Yeah, they're not showing on the second replay, but you can see the guy falling at the bottom. And that was just a basic play action. I think what happened was Chaz Surratt ran right into him while he was cutting with him. And I think Chaz Surratt blew that play.
I did the search. It is artificial turf, so I take it back.
Artificial turf. Ooh, that's not good.
It is artificial turf.
Yeah.
So just an inaccurate throw there by Cam Ward.
Yikes.
2nd and 10.
Like Carnell Tate looks pretty good, but he's running against backups. But those are 2 big misses by Ward.
Let's see if I think that's Marvin Jones Jr. up top. I would love to see some Jalen Gaines. A little blitz by Chaz Surratt. He's picked up. Riley Mills was held.
Yeah, by a lot.
But the nice tackle by Jamie Sheriff as well at the end there.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good rep. I thought Riley Mills should have been a holding call. I thought he beat his guy. They got a little bit of pressure.
Moved the line too.
He did. And I thought that was good coverage.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. Look at Nosu. Look at Ernest Jones getting fired up. Yeah, the biggest question we have with this second string defense is can they pressure at all? And they're going to have to blitz. There's just not a lot of juice in the backup edge rushers. It's a group they're going to need to add to with these 12 picks in the next year's draft, especially not touching the spot in this year's draft.
Well, just keep in mind, again, I'm going to keep saying, this is the Titans starters going against 2nd and 3rd string players, in some cases 4th string players. That is not pass interference. They've been better not throw a penalty. That's great coverage by Andre Fuller.
Yeah, that's so who? Yeah, they had Bell as a deep secondary there.
Yeah, so you had
no, that's just an underthrown ball.
He was covered either way.
Yeah, he wasn't open at all.
And a really nice job by Andre Fuller to not panic, not run into the player. And sometimes you see the refs just throw the flag anyway, and it's so annoying. Looks like the Titans are going to go for it on 4th and 7.
It's a weird design.
Oh, no, they're going for a field goal.
They didn't have Carnell Tate even move. He just stood still.
Yeah.
That was a strange. Yeah, that's a really encouraging play from Andre Fuller. That's as tough of a cover. You're out on an island, and you got to cover a really good. This is a weird angle they're showing.
Yeah, that ball was kind of moving in the air.
Yeah.
So it goes through a 7-3 Seahawks lead. But how'd you feel about that series, dude? Other than obviously the devastating loss of Bud Clark.
I'm still reeling, not gonna lie, but yeah, I think the guys we needed to see there, the corners, Mills in the middle, I thought they looked good. And some of the other guys who are just not flashing on the edge, that's fine. But I thought it was a good coverage rep from Fuller there. That's a really tough assignment to run it out and up 1-on-1 against an NFL starter and to hold up there as a rookie. I think that's really encouraging. Igbenogany gave a lot of cushion, I'd say, on the back end a little bit, and I think the linebacker play was pretty good on that drive. So a little bit better. Chaz Surratt on that big gainer. When you see the replay, it's an ugly rep. He runs right into the guy. So that's overall though, definitely when you're going up against someone else's ones and you're able to force a field goal and have one bust, I think that's a pretty encouraging drive. But yeah, Bud Clark shit. That just sucks.
I'm really hoping that we see Mason Richmond come back out. I don't know. I haven't looked on the I'm looking to see if there's any info on Mason Richmond. From what I could tell. Anyway, okay. Not seeing anything. Sorry. Just double checking a couple feeds. So, Seahawks up 7-3. In some ways, they've done exactly what we wanted, Jeff. In other ways, you lose your second round pick for probably maybe the season.
It's tough right now because the third round pick's not playing.
Mm-hmm.
They only didn't have a lot of picks to begin with. Jaron Price has been hurt. I said one of my vibes the other day was like, this might be pretty. Now the draft class is not. It's going to put basically everything on Jadarian Price this year.
Yeah, it already felt like it was going to be a little bit of that, but now Bud Clark's down. Julian Neal with basically missing all of training camp. It's going to be hard for him to get onto the field. Might be kind of a red shirt year for him, the way it was for Mason Richmond and Bryce Cable and some of the other rookies last year. And so, yeah, other than if Michael Dansby or Andre Fuller, start to push for snaps, or Bo Stevens or something like that, you're probably talking about one rookie getting any snaps this year after the Seahawks were close, if not the league leaders, close to the league leaders in rookie snaps last year in a year that they won the Super Bowl. They had like dozens of rookies on that roster.
Yeah, we got to make up some fake ones and have maybe Arroyo and Mills part of this class or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Just to move the needle or something. But, yeah, it's tough. I'm starting to see all my guys from the draft starting to flash. No.
There is I reacted. Emmanuel Henderson Jr. was told to stay in the end zone, and then he stepped out of the end zone, and then he tried to go back into the end zone.
Okay, I just saw.
Good
Looked
thing
like he was tap dancing, not running a kickback.
Good thing for him. Do you
Harbaugh's gonna have trouble with that one tomorrow.
Do you want me to pause to sync up a little bit with you? Are we too far apart?
How do we time it up though?
I would pause it, and then you tell me when the.
Okay, what are you seeing right now?
They just snapped the ball and just handed off to Jacardier Wright, who was tackled in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
Okay, pause. Yeah, I'm a couple seconds behind you. We'll try to line up the second down play together. I'll tell you when it's done. Yeah, I'm way behind you. I've lost speed somehow. Yeah, okay. So he just got tackled.
Okay.
So I'm seeing the Titans guy jump around. 2nd and 12. There's 30 seconds on the play clock. Does that help?
Yep. I think we're right about in sync now. I was just watching Drew Lock hand it off to Jacardier Wright in the replay.
Okay, we're in sync.
Okay, so sorry for folks that synced up before. Jeff and I are going to try to get in sync here as well. It is now, there's 17, 16, 15 seconds on the play clock, 14, 13, 12. Shotgun for Drew Lock. He just snapped the ball. And
got some pressure, but.
Big pressure. Gets it out. Eric Saubert.
Turn something into nothing there. I mean, nothing into something there.
Yeah, I like to not take the sack and to get some kind of positive.
Let's see what happened on the pressure. 68 just gets burnt
why
again.
Is Bobby Hart in there, man?
Oh, it could be Haynes. That's Christian Haynes. But again, you got Jeff Simmons going up against Christian Haynes and Bobby Hart. Like, what are you doing, Robert Saleh?
What is he doing?
Why are you doing this? 3rd and 9.
This is tough. This is a tough one. Looks like there's some confusion.
Yeah.
Cody White.
It looked like an early. Oh, no. There's space there.
There, he's going to run for it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Come on, Drew.
Yeah, that's a good play.
He got it.
This is embarrassing to the Titans. Why are you guys playing your defense against the Drew Lock and backup O lineman?
How do you feel about Drew Lock taking a hit in a preseason game instead of just going down?
No, he really wants to get that first down. I think he's going to get some sort of fine for that play tomorrow. That is an unnecessary play. Just slide there.
I mean, he would not have gotten the first down if he didn't do it. And so I like that he did it, but it's probably just not a smart thing to do it.
Let's see what happens here.
There are 16, 15 seconds on the play clock, 14, 13.
We are even.
Cool. There's the snap. Handoff to Jacardier.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, let's go. No flags.
House.
No flags.
Take that, Titans.
No flags.
Put your starters in. There's our guy.
Let's go.
Okay.
You know what?
Bobby Hart, first one.
Where are all the Titans fans that were talking so much shit about a practice yesterday, like 2 days ago?
That is sweet. So maybe we like that go run a little bit.
And it is Bryce Cable in there at left guard, so Mason Richmond's not back.
They're showing Haynes on the. Yeah, look at Haynes on the pull. And
There you
Scalper,
go,
yeah.
Christian. Nice.
Christian Haynes.
Wait, there's some receivers that had nice blocks. I'd like to see receivers blocks downfield.
I want to see a replay of that. That was.
I bet Montori Foster Jr. was part of it.
He was right in the middle. What's the flag celebration? For
Probably
sure.
Excessive celebration.
I saw it there. Derek Hall in the end zone.
Well, he's the sacrificial lamb.
Okay.
You know what's funny is everyone's gonna be like, see, Jacardier Wright is he's better than George Halani, or he's better than like whatever. Like, I'm so happy for Jacardier Wright. It was a good hole, man. Like he made the most of a well blocked play, which is great. But I wouldn't necessarily assume some of the other guys wouldn't either.
No, that was one cut and go. That was a good blocking, and good design again from Brian Fleury.
Wow, look how far back this extra point is. Give it
Myers misses this.
Mr.
Evan
Myers.
Never going to hear the end of this.
Some work.
Oh, he deserves a long kick after last week missing that. Easy.
That's right.
One.
That's right.
Gonna put some pressure on this guy.
He's been a little iffy in practice.
I think this is the last year of Jason Myers. That's my guess.
I don't know. Kicker seemed to last. Oh, he missed.
He missed again.
It wasn't even close. Not even close.
He's 35, and he's in the last year of his deal.
And now, see, the problem is I want to rewind to watch that play because I still didn't see what I wanted to see.
You could. We could time it out. It's better than commercials.
All right, I'm gonna rewind. You keep playing, and I'll come back and sync.
Yeah, I'll let you know when you'll fast forward.
Okay.
Yeah, Myers seems to go good year, bad year, good year, bad year. I think this is gonna be a bad year.
I hope not, man. I like bad kicking is one of the things that I just have no patience for. Okay. I'm almost there. Okay, gonna watch this in slow-mo.
Yeah, my phone.
There we go. Okay. No, that's not really like. I think the Titans just made some stupid choices.
Yeah.
Looking at now, like they just ran into each other in the middle a little bit. I can't really credit anyone on the Seahawks for doing something special. Past Christian Haynes had that nice block.
Christian Haynes looked. I think the most encouraging sign is he looked good in space, which is not something I would have said about him.
Well, that's what we thought actually coming out of the draft, right?
Well,
like,
zone blocking. That was supposed to be
like as a puller.
Yeah, we haven't seen it though. I mean, since like he has not looked like a mobile player in the times we've seen him play.
All right, so tell me where you are. What are you seeing right now?
I'm in a commercial when they're showing up. Oh, I guess we're gonna have different commercials because I'm on Canada feed, but
okay,
it's a bunch of America's glasses, America's best glasses.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same thing. AB.
Yeah. Okay, we're on the same broadcast.
Okay, what
flag football?
Yeah, flag football. Sounds like we're pretty close.
Yeah, they just pulled out the flag.
Oh, okay, I got to fast forward a little bit then.
Okay, I'll tell you when they come back to the broadcast. But the best part about being on mute is you don't have to hear Jonathan Vilma. I think he's doing this game.
I mean, I don't. If I had the choice, okay, I'm at.
I feel like Kenny Albert. Okay, they're showing the screen now. They're showing Drew Lock and Darnold. And
okay,
I think Jake Peets is fired up. There's Jake Peets.
Okay.
Torrey Horton. There's a Torrey Horton sighting. Okay.
Oh, really? That's good.
Well, he's just sitting beside Jacardier Wright, dapping him up.
I'm looking at Jason Myers' face right now.
I'm seeing him about to kick. Do I need to pause?
No, it's okay. Tell me when
he just kicked. Boom.
Okay, I'm behind you. Try to catch up. Keep telling me what's happening.
Okay, he took a kick back like 20-ish yards, and he's out of bounds. And there's a bit of a dust up on the sidelines.
All right, we're looking at Sam Darnold right now?
Yes.
Okay, we're close enough. Okay, so it looks like the Seahawks sideline has come with a point to prove today.
Yeah, they got a little D-Hall. This is going to be a good episode of Hard Knocks. D-Hall's very involved in everything.
Well, we're going to see probably the starters again for the Titans. And they're losing right now 13-3 to the second and third string. And by the way, this isn't just even the second and third string. I mean, like some of these guys are like fourth string from an edge perspective. You're not seeing
Yeah.
Uchenna Nwosu, DeMarcus Lawrence, Derek
Okay,
Hall,
there you
Dante
go.
Fowler.
Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Chris Paul's looking good in tackling in space.
Well, he's got some ground to make up. There's a lot of good off-ball backers, but I think with the Patrick O'Connell injury, Patrick O'Connell kind of working his way back, it gives Chris Paul Jr. an opportunity that he really just hasn't had before.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they picked him up last year. The Rams were pretty pissed about it, so that made me happy.
So we got 2nd and 4 for the Titans on the 32.
Again, they're playing good run defense against number ones.
That was good, dude. That was nice to see. That's the kind of run that was really gashing them against the Cowboys last week.
Yeah, that's again, if you're going up against Peter Skoronski, J.C. Latham, those are top 12 picks in the draft. And you got Brandon Peely out there and backup to the linebackers and third string DBs. That's good defense.
People are saying that we're saying that Bud Clark is out for the season and that we don't know if he's out for the season. So that is accurate. We do not know if he's out for the season. There's some projection going on there. So we will stop saying it if we've been saying it. But it looked pretty bad.
It didn't look good. Brian saw it right away. Okay. Wide open.
What a
tackle.
great play in space. Chaz
There's
Surratt.
Chaz Surratt. Okay. Made up for it.
So I think it's gonna be third and or is that was third
fourth?
down?
It would be fourth and short.
Fourth and short. I wonder if they'll go for it.
I'm thinking they're gonna go for it, but a bunch of people are coming off the field unless they're switching personnel.
No, yeah, they're going for it.
Yeah, they're
4th and 1.
They run a weird offense. I don't really understand.
It is like it's like a and Brian Fleury's upstairs today.
Okay, interesting. He's right beside Justin Ouden.
Yeah, and that's Tyson Prince, the quarterback coach with Jake Peets. To his left.
What's he calling the defense here?
Let's see, run up the middle. Oh, what a stick! What a stick, Chris Paul Jr.
There we go.
Let's go, brother.
Downs. They better not give that a shit spot.
That was great, dude.
Yeah, Chris Paul. All 3 series now. So that's 3 series. They've gotten a field goal against the Seahawks 2s. That's good ball, guys.
Well, and keep in mind, Tyrese Knight was the star of the game last week for the Seahawks, and he's not playing tonight. And another linebacker is showing out. I think that's kind of cool to see.
Yeah, both Surratt and Paul were the key players on those 2 stops, and those are I don't know what kind of situation. I think Chris Paul is more of a practice squad candidate. But Surratt's a guy competing for a job at the bottom of the roster. He was good on special teams last year. Whenever those 2 guys can flash, these are the kind of guys we're talking about. That's depth. That's the depth we want to see.
You know, it's the worst thing. Like, I love hearing Sam. I want there's no confirmation that they didn't get the first down. Like, show us the game, man.
I hate
Seahawks do take it over on the 35-yard line. Yeah, it's so bad.
Oh, there's
Watch
a blitz.
it, Drew. He lets it go.
He's open.
Oh my god.
There's a flag though. Might have been a free
Oh
flag. Yeah, it's the other way. Pass interference.
God. It's like that was
I'm hoping he knew something was up there. Even Arroyo looks like he's chuckling a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Titans fans are freaking out. That's so funny, dude.
It was crazy. When we were in Nashville, oh no, illegal hands to the face or holding.
It looks like illegal contact. I think.
Who's 8? You can't be a cornerback and be 18. What are you doing, Cody White?
I mean, I don't know why that player had any contact because
those are the penalties.
It was not necessary.
That was a terribly thrown ball, underthrown. Had nothing to do with it. He wasn't getting to that ball.
And by the way, that was not Drew Lock knowing there was a penalty.
No.
Oh, actually did.
Actually,
they threw it earlier.
Early.
Okay.
Yeah,
I take it back. I take it back.
He looks really upright right now, Velus Jones. Yeah, that was an ugly looking stance.
Cedric Gray I was a fan of his coming out.
We liked him the year they actually drafted Tyrese Knight. I think they traded out of the pick that became Gray, and that ended up becoming AJ Barner. So it was
He's
interesting.
a North Carolina guy, right?
Yes, he was. That just looked weird.
Yeah. So 2nd and 13 after the 3-yard loss by Velus Jones.
Yeah, Velus looked really upright in the backfield there. You see, again, he looks really. No, here comes right. It's a better stance.
Oh, it sounds like Mike Pereira is saying he really did not like the call. He's
Shocking.
you know.
Actually, it is kind of shocking. He always takes the sides of the refs.
It's just Gicardia getting into it with the Titan on the sideline.
I still have a beef with Mike Pereira from Super Bowl 40.
Why? What did he do?
He was the one who came out and was like, the refs was great. He was the head of officiating at the time. And was so on the side. And Bill Levy said later he's been like, he couldn't even sleep because of how bad those calls were. So I've never gotten over that.
All right.
Third and 11.
3rd and 11.
So do they still have like Simmons out there and Myers and?
I cannot see 98 right now. Oh, false start or what are they going to call?
Yeah, Foster.
Yeah, false start. Darn it, because they got the Titans to jump.
Yeah. 87. It's that quote from Frisman Jackson was pretty telling of how things are going. It's like every time there's 3 good plays, he has one that just that's the one.
Well, this is a tall order, 3rd and 16. You're really trying to just get a field goal range out of this.
Yeah, they might punt at this point.
Well, if they don't get 6-7 yards, yeah.
Yeah.
So who's that in the backfield? That's it's Gicardia.
Oh, Gicardia, right.
A little screen past Emmanuel Henderson Jr.
That got in field goal range because that was a horribly executed pass by Locke. It was way too high at the jump. But that's what you're supposed to do. That's a good call by Fleury. Like, get those easy yards, get into this field goal range, and we'll see if Jason Myers can actually hit one this time because it's been an ugly preseason for him so far.
Yeah, and I like Emmanuel Henderson Jr. I had 0 expectations for him coming into camp, but I've seen he's got a little juice to him speed-wise. He's had some nice catches. I think he's got a little bit of a physical side to him. I'm kind of interested to see what he can do the rest of this game. And Jason Myers,
oh my God,
makes it.
Oh, he made it.
48 yards. It was close, dude.
This is giving me PTSD early.
Thank God it doesn't.
That was close. Oh my God, it was close. Ooh, I forgot what Jason Myers' stress is like.
So, dude, it's 16-3 with
impressive.
1:20 to go in the first quarter. The Rams, they're always on my mind, I guess. The Seahawks have 159 yards of offense. The Titans have 62 yards of offense. And that's with essentially the same amount of plays. The Seahawks have run 14 plays. The Titans have run 12. So you've almost tripled up their yards per play. Obviously, the big play from Velus Jones helping out there a lot. The Seahawks already have 84 yards rushing and are averaging 12 yards per rush. So
if you take the last game and make it the exact opposite,
yes,
that first quarter was the exact opposite.
Well,
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
Well, it's just everything you want to see. You're undermanned against teams' starting units, and you're outdoing them in first downs. You've stopped them in short yardage. You've stopped them in their side of the field. Guys are flashing. The Bud Clark thing is going to hang over this game, but this is the energy you want to see. This is the depth you want to see. The linebackers look better. Really good signs from the team tonight.
Well, we get this from Lomer Boy, who says, biggest story from the game is Clark with a sad face. And I get that. And normally I might agree with you. Obviously, any season-ending potential for any player is like the worst thing to happen. No question. But look, we talked about it before the game started, that a big part of this game wasn't not even necessarily the score, but was Mike McDonald going to be able to get through to his second, third, fourth string players, and were they going to start playing Seahawks-style football? And the fact that the answer overwhelmingly is yes, no matter what happens in the next 3 quarters, you dominated their starters for the first quarter. I think that's really good news, dude. Like I know the Bud Clark thing is hard to get over, but I think that's really good news.
Yeah, I think there are things that are bigger than just how individual players are playing. And Bud Clark does suck because he's one of the guys who is going to be contributing during the regular season. But I think you really needed to see the vibe of the team we talked about yesterday really change from what we saw over the last week. And to go out there and compete with starter, that's the Seahawks football that Mike McDonald's been known for. That's what we've seen. And I think they got to be really pumped up seeing their backups, who particularly is not that exciting of a unit, beat up on the road a starting team. Like, that usually doesn't happen in preseason.
Yeah, and by the way, Cody White made the tackle on the kickoff. I'm telling you, that's a big deal. And they've got
Is that
further.
Bill Cam Ward?
They got Uso in at nose tackle. Oh my God, who
awful.
made that play? D'Anthony Bell.
Anthony Bell. That's an awful throw. That's 4 awful throws by Cam Ward.
What's the flag?
Oh boy.
That was a great play by Anthony Bell, man. He just absolutely flew. Holding.
Offense.
Let's go.
Robert Sala's got to be beside himself right now.
Those are still starting offensive linemen.
That's starting offensive line. They didn't sign a center. It was that Austin Schlotman guy that they knew from New York with Dable. And this is bad ball from the Titans. They're just dumping the ball off. They're throwing high. The Seahawks look faster than they do right now.
I mean, that's what I love. I mean, that's the kind of play I want to see from the Seahawks. That's a Seahawks play right there.
Yeah. Like,
let's get a turnover. Can we get a turnover? Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, I think that's the one thing this team really needs to improve this year.
It's another great hit by Anthony Bell. Look at all the Seahawks on the screen. Even your nose tackle flying back to make that play.
Yeah, that's what the Anthony Bell was supposed to be doing. And again, these are starting players. There's Daniel Bellinger, who got a good contract for them in free agency. And the Seahawks had that juice on the edge in this group. Oh, there's a good blitz too. Again, this whole drive, the whole game, the Titans were just dumping the ball off. This is weird. Like, why are you running starters to just run dump offs to the flat? I don't understand this.
But did you notice that was the same play they ran against the pressure the first time that went for like 40 yards? And I couldn't see who made the tackle, but it was a great shoestring tackle, and the person was in the right place to cover it.
Yeah.
3rd and 8. I got 17-16, 15 seconds shown on the play clock. Another just toss up in the air, man.
A wobble. That's good coverage, though. Oh, they're celebrating?
Okay. They threw a flag? Come on, dude. Oh, my God. I hate that flag.
That's bullshit. That's a bad throw. He just throws it up there. 17?
Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely just a prayer throw, and, I mean, it's fine coverage. Like, that is terrible, dude.
That's terrible, yeah. That's good coverage.
I don't want to hear anyone saying that Noah Igbenogany got beat there. That was...
Yeah, Michael's pissed.
That was a perfectly good rep, man.
Yeah. Like, if that's the stuff we're calling PI for, like, let's start playing flag football.
Wow.
That pisses me off.
That's crap. The Seahawks deserve to get off the field after that.
Yeah.
Well, that is the end of the first quarter. Oh, man, that was very frustrating. I thought the Seahawks had D'Anthony Bell especially, had such a nice series there. I got to do something to annoy you. Can I do something to annoy you?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to hear some PFF grades?
I'm not annoyed. I just literally don't know who's left working for them at this point. Like, they got rid of their basically whole football staff, but still trying these out.
So, Elijah Arroyo has an 89.8 passing grade.
They're running wide open, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Drew Lock has a 80.1 passing grade. Mason Richmond, before he was injured, had a 72.9 grade, has the highest run block grade of anyone on the offensive line. Velus Jones, 72.3. Cody White, 68. Lowest graded player. You're going to love this. Lowest graded player with 9 snaps is Jacardier Wright. 42.5.
69-yard touchdown is enough for you.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
I'm just curious. I'm actually not mad at PFF. I'm genuinely curious what's happening with them right now. Like, who's doing it? How is it AI generated at all? Like, is it the same criteria? I'm genuinely curious. Like,
I
I
don't know.
was under the impression. I remember me and you talked about when that news came out. I think we were both under the understanding that they were not going to continue with that.
No,
So
they've been advertising a new offering, so they're doubling down on this. I don't know how that's going to look or if it's going to be any worse than what's already there, but
I'm curious.
now defensively they have the worst grade for Noah Igbenogany, and they have a 27.7 grade. I don't love that at all. Now again, these are during real game, like in-game grades. They're not reviewed, and they
How do you
always
even grade
change.
an in-game grade? Like, what are you just watching the all 22 as it's going?
No, you're watching. That's the thing, is they're watching the broadcast copy. So
Yeah.
that's why these grades are always like way off, and then they do a review overnight. And they,
Cartier right?
I know, it's funny. But they have Riley Mills with a 48.3. So they do like what Chris Paul's doing. They give him a 68.8, but nothing great.
What's Cam Ward's grade right now?
Cam Ward's grade, 69.6. I don't know how you get that.
I think
Oh, nice pressure by Surratt. A little. Oh, get that arm!
the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Darn
good defense,
it,
buddy. I like what Chaz Surratt's doing. That's had the big bust early when he ran into the guy, and 3 or 4 flashing plays now.
I was like, get that ball. He's holding it like a loaf of bread. Snatch
look
it.
at that closing speed.
Snatch it.
Look at that hustle. You think that is being shown on the team meeting tomorrow? That they're gonna love that play.
Yeah. 3rd and 7 now. That was a
6-yard
6-yard loss.
I don't want to jinx him. I'll say it until after. See if he makes this play. But
it's crazy that Cam Ward's 8 for 11 for 69 yards. It does not feel like he is.
Well, he probably has 7 dump offs.
Oh, nice pressure. Flushed him from the pocket. There's Jamie Sheriff. Oh my God.
See, that was the stuff he did last year against them that looked so good. Like that, like they should have had him sacked 12 times last year. That's a really cool play. But I gotta say, other than that, I think it's been a weird game for Cam Ward. But that's the stuff that made him the #1 pick.
Oh man, that is so frustrating. Did he get
2 feet?
No, they're saying that incomplete.
Out of bounds. But that's the stuff. When I was at that game, Tennessee, so are you.
Oh yeah, he's out.
Yeah,
he's out. Oh my God.
It just kind of sums up their night, doesn't it?
4th down, man.
You gotta wonder if like the Titans pissed off the Seahawks a little bit yesterday. I don't know. There's some different energy going on right now.
Ooh. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. And did you see Michael Dansby fighting with that guy on the punt return?
Yes. Yeah, I gotta say, I'd be pretty discouraged if I was. I don't know how many Titans fans listen to our show, but these guys have their starters out here. You got Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Jeff Simmons getting thrown around by Christian Haynes.
Yeah, we got a super chat on that. JSN Glazer says, did you guys see the play where Haynes put Jeffrey Simmons in the dirt after Simmons talked all that trash?
Yes, this guy's not making it easy for me. All the Seahawks are going to hate Jeff Simmons now.
Well, Seahawks take the ball back. 14:06 to go in the first half, the second
quarter. They
quarter.
can score here and go up 23-3 against the Titans starters like that. That's a punking I just couldn't have saw coming.
We still do have some starters in there. You saw Cedric Gray.
It looks like the backups are starting to come in on defense.
There's a handoff to Jacardi up the middle again. Not quite as easy that time.
No. Yeah, it looks like the backups are in on defense. There's Anthony Hill, a linebacker. Yeah, I don't recognize most of the defensive line. Bo Stevens is in now.
Yep. Bo Stevens, like, he had a nice pass protection. We got to see him move people in the run game. Like, let's see. Bobby Hart's still in there at right tackle. I guess Logan Brown must be hurt or something.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have expected extended snaps for Bobby Hart after last week. Surprised he didn't get cut, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he was really problematic. He's been problematic throughout camp. I don't think he should be on this roster, but
I think they just need a body probably.
And Drew, a little bit late taking it to Jacardier.
He's got the ball loose, but
that's a nice fight.
Made a manageable third. Brian Flores is a strange looking dude.
I kind of love it.
Yeah.
He's got like the shaved head, the long beard. He's got the schnoz. Like he's got the whole thing going on, man. I like it.
Yeah, he looks like he's been seen some shit.
Like if it's a really cold weather game, I feel like it would be like the Mike Holmgren look with the icicles coming off his beard and stuff under his nose.
Yeah, he looks comfy in the booth. He might have to stay up there.
That'd be an interesting story out of this game. Only a couple
they're
seconds left on the play
something.
clock. They better get it off.
And he got it off.
They got it. That's impressive.
They held up sort of in pass protection.
Oh, let's go, Ricky White. Wow, guys.
Drew Lock's such an interesting player because it just looks so finicky and chaotic all the time, and he makes it work somehow.
He is so likable. He is such a good dude.
Yeah, the more I've gotten to see clips of that team, it seems like a guy that no one would dislike on that team.
Well, I'll tell you what. This isn't like the way my mind works. Jalen Milroe better see what's happening here and know that like Drew Lock is and this team is playing a high level. Like no excuses second half.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's gonna look a little different. I don't know.
Drew Lock, come on!
God. Oh yeah.
Throw him out of the game.
That was
a
one of the most egregious
play.
face masks I've seen in a long time.
That's Oladipo from UCLA, man.
Yeah, you can't do that shit.
Honestly, that
should be 30 yards.
That should be an ejectable play.
Yeah, like that's dangerous. Let's watch it again. Good Lord. Turns his head. Oh,
I mean, that's so dangerous, man.
That should be an ejectable play. It's one thing to pull the thing, but to yank his whole head behind his head, like the face mask was on the other side of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, man.
His neck is hurting now. Like, what are you doing, man? I'd eject that guy. That's disgusting. There's Derek Hall, short shorts. Let's go. Fan of the Twitter comp. Okay.
The Brotherhood. Brady Russell in motion as the fullback.
That's a nice looking play action.
Well, Brady Russell got taken out. I think that was not supposed to be how that play was going to go.
Yeah, there's Jarek Reed, our old friend there.
Man, I like Jarek Reed. I like. If you told me he was back on the roster, I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah.
You know who's having a good camp for the Jets?
No.
Trey Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of bounced around the NFC West last year. It's like I almost forgot about him.
He was a good player, man. He just
Mike looks pissed about something. I wonder if it was the face mask.
That was bad.
Yeah, I would try to fight Robert Saleh if I was coaching this game.
I don't think I would try to fight Robert Saleh. It wouldn't work out well for me.
Oh, there's a deep ball.
Oh. Now, see, to me, that guy made contact ahead of the ball getting there much more than Noah did.
Yeah, he's looking at the scoreboard, looking for something. But let's see. I want to see if he did something to flash here. Was this a good route? Yeah, he has a step on him.
Look at him grabbing his arm.
Yeah, he holds his arm.
What the heck, dude? Yeah. That is so much more PI than what was called.
Yeah, look at this. 33 just completely grabs his arm.
I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, that was far more egregious than 17's play earlier. And that's, again, good call by either Locke or Fleury.
Oh, my God. They called a taunting penalty.
Really?
Yeah. First down Seahawks.
Yeah. Go eat it, Robert Saleh. Enjoy this week. Get punked by the second string defense.
Oh, my God. I didn't see that.
33 could be a player. But I don't know if that was Fleury or Locke, but Arroyo in space on a linebacker like that. That's a good ball.
Good point. Good point. So we got a fullback in there. I think that's Brady Russell.
Yeah. God, he's running upright.
Who was that? Was that
Jacardi's
back in? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, after the guy's head almost got taken off his.
I really like
those
Brady
old troll
Russell.
figures. I don't think he's a good fullback.
I would love it to work out that he's a good fullback. I just don't see it.
Every time I watch him play fullback, he just feels like a feather and just gets like thrown away.
Yeah, it's
great special teams player. Yeah,
I like the Zach Lampe guy, 46. Whenever he gets a chance, I mean,
nice looking play.
Well, there's no one there.
Yeah, get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Oh,
Is that your guy? Is that the fullback?
No, that was
it's-
Brady Russell.
Yeah, Brady Russell's got 2 receptions in the middle of the field. Things have gone wrong on some of their plays. Yeah, they're
That was, that was a very
Yeah.
not well thought about decision. Like you do not want to throw that pass for 3 yards.
They keep showing a guy on the sideline that looks like Darrell Bevel. Who is that guy?
Oh, that's Mac Brown.
Okay, I keep thinking
Yeah,
it's
that's tight
Darrell
ends
Bevel.
coach. Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
okay.
He does a little bit. 3rd and 7 for the Seahawks. They're already in field goal range at the 27. See what they do. Can we get like a nice route? Like we haven't seen a lot of nice routes.
Yeah, it's been a quick stuff over the middle. There's a pocket there. There's a
That's
shot.
Montori. Does he make the catch? Let's go! Let's go! Wait, he said no.
He said it hit the ground.
Ah.
Okay, let's see if this gets challenged. Hold on, the head ref's coming
The
in.
lady is.
The head
she's
ref's
saying,
coming in. Arroyo's trying to bully them. Let's see it. Arroyo's pretty scary.
Oh, I love it. Come on.
Yeah, keep bullying.
Come on.
Well, what's the call? Let's see it.
Does he make the play?
Unbelievable play. He bobbles it.
I don't think it's a touchdown.
No.
Honestly, I think that's a catch.
But they changed the rule where if you keep your arm under it.
I think because it moves when he hits the ground.
Yeah,
I think that's not a catch. That's great effort, though. Great effort. That Drew Lock, that was his first incompletion. 11 for 12.
Yeah, he's laughing. He's probably telling him you screwed up my perfect game.
Yeah, that was like Sam Darnold against the Commanders.
Oh, they should have given him that touchdown, but probably the right call by the book.
Man, those are the kind of plays he's been making all training camp, though.
Oh, boy. He missed again.
He's been pushing him right.
That's 3 bad kicks now.
Yeah. Like, what is he doing, man?
I don't know. My guy Trey Smack has been lighting up with Green Bay.
Yeah. What's your deal with Trey Smack?
I remember we were studying the draft, and because me and you have been joking for like 5 years now, they need to draft a kicker. And then I Googled the name of kickers, and the first guy on the list was named Trey Smack. Like, how awesome would it be to have a kicker named Trey Smack? And
that does ring a bell.
Apparently, he's been incredible.
Well.
Okay, I'm about to yell at Evan in text.
Okay. Why? What is he doing? Oh, about Jason Myers.
The other group I'm in with, your son, everyone's yelling at Evan, so that's pretty good.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Jason Myers, get through all your missed kicks in the preseason. It's fine by me.
Ugh.
And I don't know about you, Jeff, like from a golf perspective, like if I go golfing and I'm crushing the ball off the tee with my driver and I miss a couple putts, I'm like, I can handle that round. If I am duck hooking it off the tee and I'm rallying and hitting great chips and putts and I have a better score, I'm miserable. So, like, to me, this is the good driver game. The Seahawks are doing the things that matter the most to be a good football team. If you're missing some field goals, some extra points, I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep over that.
It's a great analogy. Like those rounds where you're playing like crap with ball striking, and either you're hitting the driver well or you're hitting your irons really clean, and then you're just scuffing it around the green. You feel good. And then those other rounds where you're scrambling and you're getting a couple chips, and you're actually those rounds where you're scoring way better than you're playing. That's like the antithesis of this game. So I think they're playing better than they're scoring, and they're still scoring very well. And yeah, obviously we want to see Myers make these kicks, but outside of that, there's nothing really to be upset. I think we're hoping just he gets the kinks out now, and this doesn't carry over into the year. But
if I'm being picky, the thing that I'd like to see more from the offense is like a little more rhythm passing game and a little bit like getting the receivers involved and not just deep passes, which I'm glad that was a play that was there. He made the right read. I'm not criticizing that. I would like to see a slant here or an out route or, just a seam ball, like something that's just a little bit more repeatable. How do we feel about Julian Edelman's shirt there? That little doily that he's wearing.
I'm not a fan.
Wow,
Okay,
nice
well,
play in the backfield by I think that's Brandon Peely.
Oh wow, who's their backup quarterback? It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Ah,
The
so
Drew Lock.
Titans. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'm just saying. This is preseason football now. We got Drew Lock against Mitch Trubisky.
Let's go. 2nd and 13 for the Titans. Really nice play
They
there
got
by Brandon
backups. I
Peely.
don't really recognize it. Lineman.
Finally, with like 9 minutes to go in the second quarter, the Seahawks third stringers owned Cam Ward.
Yeah, that's really the story of the day. Like that's as encouraging as you can get from a preseason game.
Oh,
good
let's
rush.
go, Connor O'Toole.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, the backup O linemen come in, and here come the edge rushers.
But they were playing backups last week too, right? So
I know that's what I'm saying. It's
you just want to see them like flash.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks very. This is what we were talking about yesterday. Like the game did not look like this last week. There was one cool drive last week, and that was it. For other than Tyrese Knight, this is what you want to see in the preseason.
3rd and 20.
As long as they don't take a ridiculous penalty here or something. Let's see.
They were getting some decent pressure. I think that was incomplete, but
yeah, he just gunned that into the ground.
4th down. Are they going to go for it? 4th and 8.
I don't know why teams don't do this more in the preseason. Like they don't, like they just punt every time, or why not test things you're going to do during the season?
I think
work on 4th down plays. They're definitely going to punt it. Huh? 4th and 8, I get, but like I don't know. Oh, there's Xavier Restrepo.
Yeah, I think he's the guy that just made the catch.
Mike looks so pissed.
Yeah, I love that guy. I love that guy. Like he is like his demeanor.
He's awesome.
He's such a he's so aggravated all the time. Oh, Cody. Oh, Cody.
That is
exactly what you can't do.
I got to be honest. That might have been the worst fair catch I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Like to call a fair catch and have the ball fly over your head. Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh, boy. What a shame.
Ugh.
Man. When literally not touching the ball would be better than what you did. It's
how do you miss it by that much?
You just got to understand at that point to let it go.
Yeah.
If you've misjudged it, you just got to let it go.
Exactly. It's like a center fielder who makes a bad read. Eesh.
Do you think that, so I don't think they're planning on having Cody White as a punt returner.
I would hope not.
Do you think that this has any implications for him roster-wise?
No. I think it's
so
just
either.
I think it's a sign that guy shouldn't be returning punts anymore.
Right. I agree.
With the amount of punt returners on their roster, I don't think that's a guy I'd want returning punts in the season.
Yeah, I'm guessing we might see Rashad Rochelle or someone like that taking punts from here on out. I don't know if Ricky White's done any of that stuff, but I haven't really seen a lot of it.
But I don't see this is stuff I don't mind. Like I'd rather them work on short yardage defense here and see what they're like in the red zone.
Yeah, that
Brian Dable, that guy's such a shit.
He was. I respected him as a OC.
He was awesome with the Bills.
I don't know that he has the demeanor to be a head coach.
He was out of his mind as the coach of the Giants, but his development with Josh Allen was one of the best jobs any coach has done like the last 10 years. Okay, that's good defense.
It is good. I thought that the most memorable part of the Dable era in New York was when he ran into the tent to try to get Jackson Dart out of there. Like he's like, my job's on the line. This guy does not have a concussion.
Yeah, the Russ people did not like that. That's how bad he didn't want Russ to go into the game.
That was so funny, man.
I think that's when Russ knew he was probably going to be commenting next year.
Yeah. Do you think Russ in some ways still thinks he's going to come back?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. 3rd and 4. Let's get a sack. Let's get a turnover. Ooh.
Mitch Trubisky.
Who's that? Jalen Gaines coming off the bottom of your screen. Oh, he slipped. Dang it.
Ooh. Wait a second.
Flag. It was probably on the secondary. Maybe there's a hold.
Restrepo.
Oh,
No?
good point.
Surratt's pointing the other way. Let's see if he's got this down. He looks pissed. Yeah, Restrepo looks pissed.
Ah! Suck on it, Titans.
I'm
Let's
still
go.
mad Foster to get that touchdown, but
it was a decent initial rush by Jalen Gaines, and then he
What's the
lost his
flag
footing.
here? Holding? I think it's Jackson Slater. Is that who that is?
I don't know. Jackson Slater from like it's like a small school, right?
Yeah.
He's a guy the Seahawks kind of were tied to initially.
This is good. Like this is I know the fumble was brutal, but like I want to see these guys work on red zone defense. Let's see if they can hold here.
3rd and 14. The Titans can get a first down at the 1.
Good
nice
pressure.
rush by Jamie Sheriff. Oh, don't call it. Do not call it. Thank you. I thought they were going to call him running.
That looks very familiar to a lot of Mitch Trubisky plays I've seen in my life.
All right. They did their job.
Sudden change. That's good stuff. That's good. It's good ball again.
This question from Cast Films. Is the Hawkblogger crew legally able to enter Tennessee? Well, after our last trip, I think so. After my series of conversations online the last 24 hours, maybe not.
Yeah, you might want to hang out somewhere else this year.
I mean, when we were there, dude, it was all opposing. I didn't see any Titans fans.
And the ones we did were like, this happens every week. Like this is a destination for drinking trips.
Well, and you know, so the story we talked about with the Seahawks fans, like that they have a policy, the Titans do, that you can't wear opposing gear, and some Seahawks fans had to turn their jerseys inside out to attend practice. The thing for me about that isn't like outrage that the Titans are terrible. The thing for me is, God, to be the team that's so struggling to establish yourself, to have such a weak fan base that you don't want your team to have to look up in the stands and see the opposing at practice. That to me is the story, dude. Like you have to be on really bad situation to be worried about opposing fans coming to your practice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the moment we said to that. We talked about it yesterday. Like that's a pretty alarming sign that that they would have a rule like that. And so again,
it's just sad, dude.
Yeah, it's like one of those teams where like you just don't get a lot of fans. Like that's the last team I would have suspected would have a rule like that of all teams.
Well, we got a couple super chats here. We got thumbs up from Matt, flower from Keanu, probably, Papa Ted with a stay hydrated. Another one from Andrew Ketzenberg, hiding from Nathan Wise. Got a new member, The Infectious. Welcome to the crew. Then we've got, we did talk about that one already. Thank you again. We got Loot Box from Maddox. Thank you guys for all that. Fun to be hanging out with you. I'm Brian Demhauser. You got Jeff Simmons here with me for as long as he and his family will allow.
Yeah, you probably got to wrap up at halftime. I got to finish packing. I got a work trip this week.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the Seahawks have now scored as many runs as the Cubs did against the Mariners today, I think. Is that right?
I didn't look at the baseball scores today.
I made the mistake of looking. And Mariners lost
19-2. Yikes.
So the Mariners lost 22-0 and 19-2 within a week.
That's wild. They're football scores. That's a CFL score. Yeah.
Let's see if the Seahawks can outscore them. They got 4 more points they got to do to outscore the Cubs.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't for Jason Myers, they would have 22 right now.
True.
At least one of the 2 kicks.
Well, they have 22, or they'd have. Did he miss 2 field goals? He missed a field goal and extra point.
Oh, maybe a field goal and extra point.
Yes, I think it was 20. Cody White still returning.
Okay. Mike's a much more rewarding coach than I am.
I will say he was a little I didn't love the ball security on that either.
Yeah, I don't know if he's. Well, what's Leslie done?
So 5:21 to go, second quarter, 1st and 10 for, and there's Leonard Williams getting interviewed on the sideline.
Oh, I hate these player interviews.
Hopefully they'll get back by the time the series is over.
Yeah, like this. Sometimes they don't even show the commentary anymore. You just hear the interview over the play.
There we go.
Yeah, you're like this. Like, why do they do this?
I don't know. I think they get bored.
Yeah, probably. I said that's a little cut.
Yeah, Jacardier's good, man. I like Jacardier.
Yeah, every time he's one of these guys. Every time I see him play,
he's big. He clearly has enough speed to if you give him the hole, he'll get you there, and he can run inside or out. I think he's more of an inside runner. He's not as I don't know if he's a great fit for an outside zone, but I think he's a nice back.
Yeah. He's basically takes what's in front of you, and he's cool. It looks like some new O-linemen have started to come in now.
Yeah, so there's Logan Brown. So they have Bobby Hart ahead of Logan Brown. Are they playing Logan Brown at left tackle? Maybe that's.
It looks like he's a left tackle.
That might be the reason.
I saw him on the left side of the line there.
So something to know there, just for people that don't watch practice and don't like. They are probably trying to get Logan Brown some reps at left tackle so they can see how he can play as a swing tackle. And he has been like basically the backup right tackle the whole camp. So I think they feel good about him at right, and they're probably trying to give him some reps at left.
Yeah, not everyone can play both sides.
No.
There's a bad rep.
That was Josh Jones. No, Logan Brown's playing right.
Yeah,
Logan Brown's playing right tackle.
Yeah, it's an ugly rep.
I like that I just went through that whole explanation. And he's actually playing right tackle.
Only for the right tackle.
That's what you come here for, the expertise that's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, there's Abe. He looks pissed.
What'd you think of the new ESPN pass rush win rate that makes Abe Lucas a top 5 pass protecting offensive lineman?
I need to dive a little deeper into that. But the same metric had Trey Pipkins, who was like a horrendous lineman for the Chargers, as like a top 10 offensive lineman. So I need to trust, but like Brian Burke, I think is the guy who does it there.
Yeah.
He's like one of the godfathers of analytics, and so
he's really good.
He's really good. Like he was part of.
Get up the field.
No.
Why do people do that, Jeff? Sorry, go on.
It's one of my pet peeves. Just turn up field.
I mean, he had it.
He had it. He just had to move forward.
Yeah. I like that play design, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, go for it. Looks like they're probably punting, but.
Well, we wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm sure this Leonard Williams quote is fascinating.
I mean, we could be listening or what? Like, just show us what's going on the field. Oh, they're punting.
They're punting. Come on.
That should have been a first down for sure.
Yeah, that would be the 29. Maybe the PFF knew it was coming, but
what if Fleury ends up saying, "I think I'm going to stay upstairs"?
Yeah.
What if that's one of the things that comes out of this game?
Well, he looks the whole offense just looks like a way better operation today.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, and maybe with his defensive background, seeing the whole field from up there might be an advantageous thing.
Well, see, I think there's probably a late flag against the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm. So are they going to get Milrow the whole second half?
I think so. Who is
personal foul?
Yeah, son of a gun. Who is your player of the half so far? Offense and defense. Give me one of each.
Probably got to go Drew Lock on offense, but it was almost perfect. But defense, I'd probably go with Surratt or Chris Paul. How about you?
Offense, I mean, I could either go Drew Lock or, Jacardier Wright, Elijah Arroyo. I think that there's a few guys to choose from. I like what Jacardier Wright's done in the first half.
Yeah.
And defensively, I think you got to go with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D'Anthony Bell looked good too.
Yeah, D'Anthony had great. Like, I've liked. There's a lot of guys. That's a nice rep by
Connor O'Toole.
Jalen Gaines.
They're getting way more pressure tonight. Let's say that.
Yep.
But last week was hard to watch. They were getting nothing.
Yep.
That was a fast. No, about an hour and a half. That's normal. This game feels fast.
Yeah. Well, that's because you were hanging out having fun.
Yeah, it's true.
Trubisky looks like he does not give a shit. Like, if you're a backup quarterback and you know you're never going to be a starter again and you're just collecting that
you're
paycheck,
getting paid pretty
like,
well.
just don't hit me. Like, I want to be able to golf tomorrow. Or
Yeah,
whatever. Like,
exactly. Those guys have such good gigs, the backup quarterbacks.
Max and Hook with a big. I wonder if he's going to have concussion, pull him off the field kind of thing. 2-minute warning. Yeah. Drew Lock still cares. I don't know that Mitch Trubisky ever gave me the vibes that he cares about any of this. That might be why he's a backup now.
And he just has that like blank stare look going on in his face all the time. He's a tough one. He probably doesn't care. He probably wants to go. Probably have some drinks in Nashville after the game.
Sorry, I was just catching up on Evan responding to your tweet or your text.
Just laughed.
I think we got some others. Biggie Smalls is the new member. Welcome. We got the Infectious here. We got a loot box from Biggie Smalls. Thank you for that. J Dash, am I wrong to think wide receiver depth has quickly become a big concern? Sadly, I'm getting Oots vibes with Torrey Horton's injury. There's no reason to have Oots vibes with Torrey Horton's injury. Oots had a neck injury the previous year, and he plays the fullback position, which is a high contact, high compression position. Torrey Horton, I don't think this is going to turn out to be as big of a deal as people think it is, and we'll just have to wait and see. But no, I would not connect those two at all.
Yeah, sorry, I started smiling. They just showed Brock Purdy getting sacked by Leonard Williams on my TV. So, no, I'm not quite there yet. I think if the Seahawks didn't sign Shaheed in free agency, then there'd be some real questions about receiver depth right now. And that was said as a luxury move right now. But even if Horton's off, banged up a lot of the year, you still got Shaheed, Cup, and JSN, and some other guys who can fill in on special teams. I think that's the makings of a pretty deep and well-rounded group. I don't know how many guys we're getting wide receiver fives who are playing out wide every week. I think those guys are mostly special teamers.
I mean, Jake Bobo had 2 targets all of last year.
Yeah.
Let's just keep that in mind, So, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Then we've got this from YK Ballhawk. Hey, Brian, I just ordered my tickets for the Seahawks vs. Chiefs game. It's my first time in Washington. Oh, you mean the regular season? I was like, I got news for you. The preseason game's in KC. He lives in Indiana. What do you recommend to do for a 3-night stay in Seattle? I mean, everyone's got different things. I always love taking a ferry ride. You can take one to Bainbridge and get a meal there. You go to, there's a few different ferry rides you could take. I think that's a nice way to spend some time and just see like what Seattle has to offer. There's
I think that tackle.
Nah, it's a first misplay. The guy replaced properly into the space where the blitzer was coming in.
Julius Chestnut. Okay.
Who was that didn't make the tackle there? Did you see?
I think it was D'Anthony Bell, but let me.
I think you're right. It was close. He's
Looked
playing
like 20.
fast, though. He's playing fast. It's just not fast enough.
Yeah, you got to make that play.
So 1st and 10, 1:54 to go.
Yeah.
Seems like they're slowing down a little bit. Like you're not seeing quite as much penetration on that defensive line.
No. These guys have played the whole half.
Well, and I don't know what the weather's like, but they were pretty gassed on Friday from what we heard. So who knows what they're feeling like after a half of real football.
Yeah, Brandon Peely's played a lot of snaps tonight too.
Yep.
That's got to be hard on that guy.
It's a lot of body to move around.
Yeah.
Oh, what a play, Nehemiah
Pritchett.
Pritchett.
That's not something you see from him often. Okay.
Ah, so nice to see, dude.
Did he get off a block too? No, he just reads it and hits it. Oh, they're gonna love that one too.
Oh, what a great play.
That's
He's
the thing. There's some
starting to
good.
you could tell he's starting to get his swagger a little bit too.
Yeah, like that's good ball right there. Read, react, go after the ball. Good tackle. Yeah, look at Spoon. He's
So now you got 3rd and 9. Let's get a sack, man. Let's get him on the ground. Let's get a turnover. There's Chris Partridge. That guy is as intense as they come.
what about that dude beside McDonald? That guy was intense.
All the defensive linemen standing up. You got Jamie Sheriff kind of at the top of your screen there, number 50. You got Mike Morris down at the bottom. Mike Morris pushing the guy back. Ooh, he gets knocked to the ground. Ah.
Yeah.
Noah and D'Anthony Bell could not close that window.
No.
That's a coverage thing there to me.
Yeah,
Look, there's no one even in the screen.
Yeah. Eric. Alec Moyer.
I learned how to pronounce his name during the draft, and I've forgotten.
He's Canadian. He's a Derek. Derek loved that guy.
Does he have internet issues?
Probably. That's why he's still playing in the preseason.
Oh! I think I might be D'Anthony Bell. Someone got flipped over there. Yeah.
That guy, the punt return touchdown against the Seahawks last year, DK.
Jamari Dyke.
Yeah.
DK. Well, you got 2 yards out of that. Why are they not showing any of these replays? That was a football play you want to see a replay of.
Someone got messed up there.
Someone says it's Ayo Manor. That's what I thought it was. But
yeah, that's what I was trying. My pronunciations need some work here.
Oh, Canadian pronunciation.
But he is Canadian.
I know.
Oh,
they keep doing the same play.
I told you, like this offense has been weird today. I don't know what they're trying to learn from this. Maybe Saul's butthurt about something he couldn't cover last year.
I don't know. But come on. Let's get off the field here.
Mitch Trubisky playing better than Cam Ward, yeah.
Folks, while you're here, if you haven't given the show a like and click subscribe, good chance to do it. Only takes a sec.
Yeah.
3rd and 8.
Might be the last series for me.
Yeah,
okay.
I figured. Jared Ivey.
Pressure. Oh, my God.
All right.
Sherratt. Good pressure. Good dump off.
Yeah. That's a well played. Like, they basically invited them to throw to that spot, and this time they were there to make the tackle. Chaz Surratt looks gassed, dude.
Yeah, he's been on the field a lot tonight. Oh, my God. Seahawks are calling timeouts. What do you do?
Was it the Seahawks or was it it was the Seahawks. You're right.
What are you going to do, a 15-second drive?
I don't know.
There's Bones Fassel. I didn't know he was on the staff. It was the old Jeff Fisher guy.
What's his first name?
John Fossil. He was like the...
Oh, yeah. I thought you said Bones.
Bones. That's what they call him.
That's his nickname?
Because he looks so skinny.
Okay.
This freaking guy gets 3 field goals, and we got Jason Myers missing every kick left and right.
That's going to be a 1-score game. It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
He made it. No problem.
3 for 3.
Well, so 3 of those points come on a fumble from Cody White. And what's the longest drive of the half so far for the Titans? Let's take a quick look.
Yeah, the fumble.
Longest drive for the Titans so far. So that was a 47-yard drive. They've had a negative 3-yard drive, a 2-yard drive, a 19-yard drive, a 9-yard drive, and a 53-yard drive on their first possession. So Seahawks done well in that regard. All right, Jeff, before you go, give us your first half grade.
I would go A minus. Oh, what happened there? A minus, I'd say for them.
What did you like? What did obviously you didn't like the Bud Clark injury. What else
I
did
didn't
you?
like the Bud Clark injury. That's going to linger over the game for sure. But I love the effort of the defense. I love the effort of how hard they were playing. I love the effort of seeing guys flash. I like to play the linebackers. I like how the offensive line played this week. They were noticeably better. I thought we saw really interesting play calling. I just thought the team worked in conjunction together this week, and you saw a team look like what Seahawks football is supposed to look like. That's what the preseason really is, to see if the second team players, especially now, can have the style of play you want, or you want to see guys flash. And I think we saw a mix of both.
Love it. Jeff, man, as the Seahawks enter halftime up 16-9, thank you for swinging by. It's been fun to hang out with you, dude.
All right, enjoy the second half. I'll try to catch some Jalen Milrow, but I got to pack some shit for. Oh, there's the streets of Nashville. I missed that place.
I know, man. We had fun there, didn't we?
We had fun. All right, man. Enjoy the second half.
All right, take care. That was Jeff Simmons. I will be back with you guys for the whole second half. In fact, I'll probably be back here in just a little bit. I'll take a little break for myself, but we will cover the rest of the game. And I'll tell you, I mean, that was almost everything I wanted in the first half. And so really, really positive to see some, success with the running game. I thought that the pass protection was pretty good. I thought the play calling it wasn't like they were pulling out all the stops, but it was just execution. Things were executed pretty well. You were within a hair of a beautiful touchdown to Montori Foster Jr. that would have been even better. And I liked the pass rush. We were not seeing any of that. We saw it against the starters from the Titans, and we saw it against their backups. I thought the run defense in the middle, they've been a little more stout. It hasn't been perfect, but I don't expect them to be perfect, especially when you've got 2s, 3s, 4, 5s going up against the Titans' first string team. Like, that's just not realistic. But here you are, and when I say, like, I'm not exaggerating when I say fourth string. As I said before, DeMarcus Lawrence, Dante Fowler, Derek Hall, Uchenna Nwosu not playing. That's 4 players. So you're already down to the first edge that's playing is the 5th string edge on your team. So then you go 4 from there. You're talking about 5th through 8th string edge players. And then you're talking defensive line. No Byron Murphy, no Leonard Williams, no Jaron Reed. You're going down far down that list as well. And to have those guys hold up is very, very encouraging. So I'm quite happy about it. We're supposed to see Jalen Milrow play all of the second half. It's interesting. I'm curious if it was a decision that they didn't like the rotation that they tried in the first game where they went series by series, a couple series at a time for each guy. But this is a more standard way that they're handling it. So we're expecting to see him in the second half. I saw a comment here that I really did not agree with, and I want to pull this up here. So hold on, where would it go? This was from Jacques Pierre, PNW Sports says, I love Okada, but that ain't winning no Super Bowl. Now, I've seen that people kind of come at him in chat, and you guys are working it out. That's fine. That's a football debate you guys can have. Ty Okada started 11 games last year, and the team was 9-2 in those games. Ty Okada played significant snaps in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl. I think Ty Okada is absolutely a guy that you can win a Super Bowl with. So I have a strong different opinion there, or I feel strongly differently on that particular point. Would you be better off having Bud Clark as well? Yeah, but I'll tell you, it has not been even close between Bud Clark and Ty Okada in camp. It's not close. Ty Okada is significantly outpacing him. And so that's no shade to Bud Clark. He's a rookie. He's getting his feet wet. He was making progress. But to imply that the Seahawks are in trouble because they were counting on Bud Clark to take over as starter at safety is just incorrect. That's not reality. And I'll tell you, DeAnthony Bell, AJ Finley, Rodney Thomas, there are some other guys there. that can step in as well. So I don't think this is. I would not put this as quite the emergency that it sounded like that comment, or yeah, that comment made it out to be. All right. So we got a couple other super chats here. We got a hiding, some jewels there from Sean Boyce, and a treat. Thank you for that. And then Calvin Stingler, a loot box. Thank you guys for that. Appreciate it. So while you guys look at Julian Edelman wearing a doily, and for some reason a tank top undershirt. Did he just if you're gonna do the doily shirt, just go all the way. You don't do the tank top underneath it. And I don't know, it's not working for me. It's not working for me. But anyway, I'll leave you guys to Carissa Thompson and Julian Edelman for a little bit. Take a quick break. I will be back with you guys for the second half, and probably a little bit before. If I can find what I'm looking for. 1 second. I think I know where I can get it. Copy this. Then we're going to do this. And do this. All right, folks. I'll be back in just a little bit. All right, folks. We are getting back to it here. Appreciate y'all hanging out and getting ready for the second half here as the Seahawks lead the Titans 16-9 at the half, and the Titans will get the ball to start the half. I'll say this, I think for folks that I think felt like Jeff and I were overreacting about that it was not great vibes this week for the Seahawks. Tell me if watching the Seahawks play this half doesn't feel better than watching them play last week. Like it's night and day to me. And if you're a Titans fan, forget, like we talked about the starters, all that stuff's awful to have your starters get whooped up on by backups, but the Seahawks look like they care about this game more than the Titans. They want this game more. They're playing faster, more physical. They're flying to the football on defense. They're being like they're executing well. They look like a football team. They look like a good football team. And yes, it's preseason. This doesn't mean the Seahawks have a better chance against the Patriots in week 1. But if you don't think that the way your backups execute and the way that the effort of your entire team, if you don't think that's a reflection on how things are going and how your team is playing, then we see football differently. So the fact that Mike McDonald's been able to get his team, and by the way, just to synchronize, Jason Myers is about to kick off, and he just kicked the ball off. I may actually catch up to what's my live time. I don't know if everyone's synchronized with me. That might be a jerk thing to do, but I don't like being behind. Ricky White pushing a guy over the pile. We'll see if this ends up in another penalty. So we'll see. The Titans are going to take the ball over here. I'll go through this series until the next commercial break, and I'll stay right where I am, and then I'm going to probably jump ahead a little bit. Not a lot, probably 20 seconds or so. And I see this comment from TrapCat, 100 times better than last week. Agreed. So 1st and 10 on the 31 for the Titans. Good play there by J.R. Singleton, number 70. A defensive tackle I really like. I really like J.R. Singleton. He's not had the best camp, and I had hoped for him to take a bigger step this year. Had not seen it so far, but that was a nice play. Gets off the block. If you don't know with J.R. Singleton, he and Riley Mills played against each other in high school. They're on like rival teams, and when Riley Mills showed up at the Seahawks facility last year, and he's like, sees J.R. Singleton, he's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I know." So those guys know each other from way back. 2nd and 7. And oh my gosh, Titans receiver drops that pass. It wasn't a great pass, but he should have caught it. Oh man, I think something's wrong with the guy's arm. I don't know if I want to see the replay of this. Maybe he dislocated his arm. Ooh, I think it was after the drop. Hopefully he's all right. Just maybe got a stinger or something. 3rd and 7. See if Seahawks can get a little bit of pressure. 5 men. They set a blitz, and they get home. They get home. Finally. Let's go. Who was involved? There's Jamie Sheriff, Mr. Preseason Sack Master. Guys, give him a chance to rush from the edge. He's always produced. That's a great rush, man. It's a great rush. He was held, by the way, as well. Love seeing that. And there's Will Levis, Mr. Mayo Boy. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I hadn't seen him with the mustache. God, that guy fell from grace. People thought he was going to be a top 5 pick. Ends up going to the 2nd round, and then now he's, 3rd string? Yikes. Come on, buddy. That's Rashad Rochelle. Nice move. Can't get away from the second guy. That punt was, give the punter some credit. That was a heck of a punt, man. That was up in the air for a long time. You could tell Rashad Rochelle was getting a little uncomfortable back there, knowing how much hang time that was. He knew that there were going to be people covering him by the time it hit his hands. So, I mean, again, on that series, I'm going to jump ahead, by the way. I don't know how much further, but I'll let you guys know what I'm seeing once we get back to the game. But I think we've seen better pressure this entire game. If I look at what ESPN has, they have got 4 quarterback hits, 2 by Connor O'Toole, 2 by Jamie Sheriff. That's great to see. PFF, which is a little bit behind generally, but they have the Seahawks with 9 pressures. 4 for Connor O'Toole is what they've got. They've only got 1 for Jamie Sheriff, but by the way, they've got, for whatever it's worth, 91.9 grade for Chaz Surratt, 90.8 grade for D'Anthony Bell, 89.6 grade for Connor O'Toole, 79.5 for J.R. Singleton, 70.8 for Andre Fuller, with a 71.2 coverage grade. So some good stuff on defense, at least from a PFF grading perspective. And I know everyone says PFF grades are stupid. I like to look at PFF grades. I think people just get so wrapped up in stuff. Like, it's okay to look at something and not agree with it and think it's stupid. But it's also fun to look at something and be like, oh, I wonder why that is, you know, or I don't know, whatever. Here's Jalen Milroe, his first possession of the second half, his first snap of this game. Mike Pereira, wow. He is he's getting older, as we all do. So I do love the suit. That's a great look. You pull off the pinstripes and the bright yellow. That's old school kind of banker look, man. Under center for Jalen Milroe with, I think that's Velus Jones in the backfield. I got some kind of penalty, false start on the first play. That is not great. Now, let's not assume that that's a Jalen Milroe thing, but that's unfortunate. Like, let's get these guys executing, and not only that, but you put Jalen Milroe and this offense in a tough spot, being at 1st and 15. You're already trying to get this guy to have a little more confidence and play with a little bit more decisiveness. Every single player that's behind the sticks struggles more than one that's ahead of him. So not the best part of the best way to start things. Play clock's running down, 5-4. Nick Callerup's in motion, 1. They barely get the play off. Milroe dumps it off. Now, not going to get much on that play, but I will note it's a quicker decision. It was not a quick decision, but it was a quicker decision than what we saw last week, where he held on to the ball until guys were within reach of him, and then he was not able to make ball control decisions. In that case, he took what he could get, given the situation. Was not a lot, but it's a lot better than a sack. It's a lot better than a fumble. So now you're looking at 2nd and probably 14 instead of 2nd and 20, which is fine. Like, it's not great, but you take what you can get. So 2nd and 14. Looks like Velus Jones is still back there. Looks like Ricky White in motion. Play action. Looking around now, he's going to take off. And this is what Mike McDonald wanted him to do, and you can see why. I mean, you just turned 2nd and 14 into a first down on a play that did not work. Did not work. So that is what Mike McDonald was trying to get through to Jalen Milroe in Hard Knocks last week. It's like, it is a nightmare to have a player do that. So, first down, you got, there's Brock Lampy, number 46, the fullback. I'm curious, like, watch him a little bit. You got a whole new line. Frederick Moranges at center. There's Lampy in the backfield. Ricky White in a little bit of motion. Tight formation. Oh, there we go. I have a feeling we're going to see a very nice block from Brock Lampy on that one. Velus Jones breaks out for a nice big gain on that one. And, oh, come on. What's the flag? What's the flag? It looks like a holding. Oh, I think it's on Brock Lampy. No. No. Oh, I thought it was such a good block. Oh, no, it was. He did. He did. He turned the guy around. It's a good call. Not a great decision by Brock Lampy, and it's unfortunate because it was a beautiful play. It's a beautiful play. So, when you're a guy like Brock Lampy, you're just trying to convince them to keep you around as a practice squad player because they don't need to use a 53-man roster spot on him. No one's going to claim him if they waive him. They're trying to convince him that he's trying to convince them. Oh, here's Anthony Hankerson, his first carry as a Seahawk, number 30. I liked what I saw of him in the brief practice that I saw. So he's one that, he's from Oregon State. He is short. He's kind of squatty, but he's thick. And I liked he had some nice jump cuts, some nice acceleration. I am interested to see what he looks like. But now it's 2nd and 20. So Jalen Milroe is going to have to pull one out of his hat on this. Man in motion is Brock Lampy. Fires into the seam. Look at that throw to Montori Foster Jr. First down. I'm telling you all. Y'all think I'm crazy. Y'all think I'm biased. If Jalen Milroe throws a ball in the middle of the field, the percentage chance that that's going to be a completion is so much higher than if he's done well outside the numbers as well this camp. But his completion percentage on seam routes has got to be like 85% in the 2 years I've watched him play in practice. It's a throw that he throws with a lot of confidence and a lot of accuracy. It's a professional throw, and he's converted now 2 2nd and 14 plus into first down. Bootleg. This is a tough play. Now, see, I want to point out here. So it's a bootleg to his left. This is a play that a lot of right-handed quarterbacks do not feel comfortable making. And Sam Darnold is one of the few who's very comfortable bootlegging either direction. You could see Jalen Milroe had space and had a player open, but the mechanics of being able to get his feet set and comfortably throw that was just not there. So incompletion, 2nd and 10. You got Anthony Hankerson. You got Brock Lampy in motion. And there's just a straight drop back. Dumps it off to Hankerson. He's a little dude. I like little running backs. All the way back to like Joe Morris. Anybody a Joe Morris fan? I love Joe Morris on the Giants, man. He was awesome. He was awesome. So again, on time play from Jalen Milroe. On time, making a profit, so to speak, right? Staying with ahead of the chains a little bit. 3rd and 5 now is much more manageable than 2nd and 10. And let's see what Brian Fleury does up here. You got Ricky White in motion. Good protection. He loves this deep ball right. I put it on him, but Cody White couldn't make the play. I'll say this, Jalen Milroe, I've started to learn the throws that he feels most confident in. When he throws it down the right sideline deep, Cody White's a little banged up. I thought I saw that. He's walking a little gingerly. It does not look serious, but it does look like he's a little bit banged up. But that was a great ball by Jalen Milroe. And I think that's a ball Cody White would honestly hope to make the play. If he was given the opportunity again, I think he'd tell you he should make that play. I don't think it was a bad play, but I think that was a catch that I think he believes he should be able to make. So the Seahawks at midfield, they are going to punt. I thought Jalen Milroe had I thought that was a nice series. I thought the offensive line had a nice series there. So again, the things that you want to see, we're seeing a little bit of so far in this game. Seahawks take a penalty, probably to move back so Michael Dixon has the distance that he feels better at kicking. I never understand why opponents accept these penalties. If the kicker wants more space, don't give him more space. Like, I decline the penalty and make him kick from the same spot. So I don't know. I must be missing something on why people don't decline these penalties. So there's the kick for Michael Dixon. Oh, oh, oh man, Emmanuel Henderson Jr. Nice job gunning there. Almost created a turnover with the way he played. And I'm telling you, who's the best gunner? Absolutely is going to factor into this. So that's a big play for Emmanuel Henderson Jr. So let me scroll through. I think there's probably some super chats I've missed I should catch up on. Got a loot box from Calvin's Dingler. We got hiding from Nathan's Twist. Thank you for that. Jacques Pierre, PNW Sports says Emmanuel Henderson Jr. in all caps. I'm telling you. I mean, I will allow the all caps, every now and then. But I appreciate you honoring our rules for the most part. I told you, I've been positive about Emmanuel Henderson Jr. the whole camp. I don't think he is the next Torrey Horton. So, let's be a little clear here. He's not. I don't think he's that kind of impact rookie, but he flashed some speed. He's flashed some hands at times. I think he shows up in special teams. That's what you generally look for in a fifth, sixth receiver on a roster. So in that sense, I was like, yeah, I can picture this guy potentially getting there. So big opportunity for him and others. We'll see what Cody White's situation is, but he may not play the rest of the game, which would give the other receivers even more opportunity. I'm telling you, don't be shocked if Rashad Rochelle makes a nice play. That guy's got he's got some juice to his game. He's got some speed, he's got some shake. He just has a lot of guys in front of him. Looking through, I'm curious for you guys. Let me see if I can run a poll. Last time I did this, it did not work very well, but I want to try one now. Let's say, what is your game grade so far? I'll give you a few choices here. E, C, D, or worse. Okay. Okay, I got this poll. We'll see if this actually works for you guys. Defense is back out in the field. Titans have it at their 14-yard line. Nice penetration by Jalen Gaines. Nice play by Washington. I always forget his name. Jordan Washington. Flag comes down. I wouldn't be surprised if it was holding because the Seahawks got some real pressure real fast. It looks like somebody is able to vote on our poll. We've got a couple votes in. People have given the game a B grade so far as the predominant. 100% of the votes so far are a B grade. Got 1A now. 1st and 15 for the Titans. I would like to see that play again. I thought Jalen Gaines had a nice rep there. Jordan Washington was in the backfield. Jalen Gaines is on the bottom of your screen, number 47. I think Aiden. No, that's Connor O'Toole. Nice cut by that running back. So at some point, we are going to see number 93, Aiden Hubbard. Not yet. 2nd and 8. So the Titans picked up 7 yards on that. 8:15 to go in the third quarter. And you've got, it looks like, Yeah, Michael Dansby's in there. Nice tackle there by Michael Dansby, by the way, coming up in support. Maxon Hook showing up. Chris Paul Jr. again. So for the most part, I feel like the defense has been sound, physical, fast. You know, it hasn't been dominant, but I think it's been good. And we don't have the turnover yet. It'd be nice to get that to add thing. 3rd and 2 here. I'd love to see a Jalen Gaines sack. They're going to run it. Nice. They got it. Nice play by them. That's unfortunate. But for some reason, I thought they were going to pass that. So 1st down and 10 for the Titans with 7 minutes to go. And by the way, I think that's like their 8th first down. There have not been a lot of first downs. I don't know how many first downs they've had since their first possession, really. That is what we saw last week that you do not want to see more of. It cannot be giving up 11-yard explosive runs right up the gut. You can't give them up, period, but you definitely, if you want to have the worst time as a defense, it is being weak in the middle and being able to be run on in the middle of the field. I mean, it's just the reality. If a team could do anything, they would just run straight ahead. And so if you're letting them do it, that's not a good sign. So that was the worst play that they've given up on the ground all day. Another not good play. That's 2 in a row. So unfortunately, this is, Uso is out there, a guy that, they've spotlighted on Hard Knocks, and you're hoping to kind of, who was that got? That was Aiden Hubbard, 93, that overran the play and then got blocked up. It was his gap right there. So Aiden Hubbard kind of got run off that. He's not the biggest dude. But they are at the Seahawks 49-yard line, 1st and 10 now. Handoff up, and there's J.R. Singleton. I couldn't make the tackle. Singleton was in the backfield. It looks like there's a flag down and might be on the Titans. Holding. All right. Holding on the Titans. Let's go. All right, so it'll be I don't know if it'll be 1st and 20. It depends on where the hold took place. Man. Oh, yeah, that's a definite hold. It's probably like a 1st and 15 or something like that, or 16. Yeah. 1st and 16. It's a little bit weird the way holding works. That's not just a 10-yard penalty from the spot. All right. Let's see if the Seahawks get some pressure. They're going to keep running if they don't. Jared Ivey, you'd like to see him be able to control. Now, in his defense, he's got one hand, his right hand, in a club, in a cast. Another holding play. Let's see who that was on. It's got to be hard for Jared Ivey to control. I mean, using your hands to control a block and turn a player and not have actually a hand, but just have a club. It's tough. I've seen him struggle with that throughout camp, trying to get to where he can play his brand of football, and it hasn't happened as much. But 1st and 26 now for the Titans. They're going the wrong direction for them, the right direction for the Seahawks. You see 1st and 26, you just got to take advantage. You got to be able to get some turnovers, get a sack, just keep moving them the other way. Marvin Jones Jr. in there. Oh, that's a nice play by Michael Dansby. Nice play by Michael Dansby. I really like this kid. 7th round pick, almost Mr. Irrelevant, toward the back of the draft. And I like look at that twitch. He is mirroring that receiver so nicely, and then makes the play. Now, his arm's wrapped around. I never exactly know when officials consider it pass interference and when they don't. Like sometimes any arm is pass interference, sometimes like anyway. But I thought that was a nice play by Michael Dansby. So 2nd and 26. Play clock's running down. They get the snap off. Gonna dump it off now at tackle. That is Andre Fuller, supported by D'Anthony Bell, and I think that is Jalen Gaines. Yes. I mean, I like these 2 7th-round picks. I like Andre Fuller. I like Michael Dansby. I like these kids. I think that to me, they're absolute practice squad guys. Like, you hope that nobody like snakes them, but I think those guys are NFL players. I think they can help on special teams. I don't think it's out of the question that they could help you this year as cornerbacks late in the season if you needed them to. Now it's 3rd and 21, 3:53 to go in the third quarter. Send in 5 guys. Nobody's getting there. Levis is going deep, well covered. Nobody makes a play on the ball. I would have liked to see an interception there. I think they were in position. They had 2 guys in position, Max and Hook and Michael Dansby. And in that kind of situation, I would like Dansby to peel off and go out. He sees the ball. He does try to go after it. He just kind of can't quite get there. I think he got knocked off the ball by Max and Hook. All right. No notes. No notes. Oh, come on, Will Levis. Go eat some mayonnaise, dude. Put mayonnaise in your coffee. If you don't know, that's something he actually does. He puts mayonnaise in his coffee. So, nice series. Like, Seahawks did pretty well there. Now let's catch the punt. Rashad Rochelle, dangerous player with the ball in his hands. And now you got 3:33 in the third. Threes are wild. And if you double that 3, you get 6, which is Jalen Milrow's number. So he'll be back after the break to see what he can do on his second possession as the Seahawks quarterback for the rest of this half. Let's check in on the poll that we were running. We've got 19% say an A grade for the game so far, 80% say a B grade, and 2% say a C grade. All right, so we're going to stop this poll. We're going to delete it, and we're going to do a new poll. What's my question for you guys? Like, I like I like things that are a little bit easier to like. What do you need to see? Well, okay, what would success be for Jalen Milrow? Now, this might just be a question that we discuss, but I'm going to give you some poll options as well. Lots of passing yards, lots of rushing yards. Excuse me. Pocket passing. Let's call it good decisions. All right. These are not mutually exclusive. I understand that. But you can answer in chat what you'd just say if you want more details. But I'd kind of like, if you could only pick one thing for Jalen Milrow to do this half that you consider success for him, what would it be? He throws for a lot of passing yards, lots of rushing yards. He shows that he can be a pocket passer, that he just makes good decisions. Like, what's your number one criteria for a successful half for Jalen Milrow? We're getting some different answers here, which is cool. The majority are saying good decisions. And I realized my typing, I left a lot of plurals out of there. Sorry about that. But so far, 80% are saying good decisions. And I think that's right. I mean, I like a lot. To me, the one that is the least valuable is the rushing yards. But here he is, handing off to Anthony Hankerson, number 30. Picks up about 3 yards behind the block of Brock Lampy. I think it's a big half for Bo Stevens as well. He is playing number 60. I think he's playing right guard. He's been playing right guard most of camp. I want to see him move some people, like on, as a run blocker. Let's see him get out there and move some people. Nice game so far for Christian Haynes, by the way, in the first half. Now he's not going to be back, but 2nd and 7 here. There's a nice play action. Has his man, and there I think Ricky White stepped out of bounds. I don't know if they saw that, but hopefully that is a first down. That was one of the only kind of on-time, in-rhythm throws we've seen from the quarterbacks to the receivers so far today. We had that other one, the seam route for that Jalen Milroe had the first possession, the second half. Obviously, we had the throw to Elijah Arroyo for the touchdown, which was a busted coverage. He's also a tight end, not a receiver, but this was a nice in-rhythm play by Jalen Milroe on a little boot there. So 1st and 10 at the Seahawks 31-yard line. Looks like we got Nick Vannett out there, number 83, Emmanuel Henderson Jr. Still got Anthony Hankerson at tailback. Swing it out to him. See, swing it out to him. Ah, man, Jalen throws a pick. He made a bad decision, man. Like, he had the running back to swing it to, and he thought twice of it. He held on to the ball, and just like we were all talking about, I mean, that is something you can't do. You can't do. And it actually goes exactly against what I told you guys with the seam routes. What I will say is that was not an in-rhythm throw. They haven't shown it well in the replay, but he absolutely was looking at his running back first, and for whatever reason came off of him. And that's a shame, man. That's a shame for Jalen Milroe. Defense back out on the field. 1st and 10 for the Titans at the Seahawks 38. And there's Will Levis running it up the middle. It's a weird choice. You do you, Will Levis. Well, the reality is you're not going to be counting on Jalen Milroe anytime soon. So this is why developmental projects take some time. So 1st and 10 for the Titans at the 27-yard line of the Seahawks. Wow, another read option? What is going on? Why on earth are you running a read option with your third-string quarterback? That is weird. They're showing that play to Tony Pollard. Like, that was the one play in the first half, basically, for the Titans. So this is such a preseason game. The Seahawks have dominated this game. Nice J.R. Singleton. There you go, buddy. Do you see him winning that up the field? Maxon Hook has had a really nice half. But this is what I like about J.R. Singleton. He's a penetrating 3-tech that can also be stout against the run. It's nice to see him have a good game. He deserves it, man. There's Will Levis throwing it over the middle. Nobody there to pick it off. 4th and 9. So we will see if the Titans go for it here or they kick a field goal. There's a flag on the play. What is the penalty? Can somebody tell us the penalty? Brian Dable looks like he's getting ready to call a play either way. Third and 4. So apparently it was on the Seahawks. That's unfortunate. But we have no idea what the penalty is. Connor O'Toole, let's go. They've run this stupid read option again. Connor rides up the field and pulls down Will Levis for a big 5-yard loss. Now, one thing you should notice about Connor is he came out of school, he's a little bit lighter. And I talked to him this offseason, and his big focus was putting on 5 to 10 pounds and being able to be a better run defender. That's what he wanted. And so I think that play means a lot to him. And I think the Seahawks are going to love seeing it because the very first thing you need to be able to do, if you want to play on the edge for Mike McDonald, you better be able to defend the run. You better be able to set the edge and be physical. That's why Derek Hall got an extension. That's why Boye Mafe did not. Now, I'm not saying Boye Mafe was a bad player or a bad run defender, but if you were to compare those two players, a lot of teams value the quick twitch like edge speed rusher. That's what Boye Mafe is. I think the Seahawks value physical edge setting run defenders who then can also most likely have like bull rush kind of pass rush potential more so than speed rush. I think they'd love to have a speed rusher as well, but it's a non-negotiable that you're going to defend the run. That's why Uchenna Nwosu is still here. That's why DeMarcus Lawrence is here. That is why Derek Hall is here. So I think that's a great play for Connor O'Toole, and I think he's had a nice game overall. Now, I see people in chat saying that Jalen Milroe, shouldn't be on the roster, shouldn't take a roster spot. I know this is an active conversation with some folks. I continue to feel like there's absolutely no reason to move on from a third-round pick at quarterback after 1 year. I mean, it just does not make sense. So, do I think that he's put his best foot forward? Not yet. I will say I loved his first possession. I thought he looked very good. I thought he made good decisions. He was generally on time. And part of what I look for when I'm evaluating players is show me what you can be. Show me that you've raised your ceiling as a developmental player. That series was higher. It was a higher level of performance with better choices and better accuracy than the other series we've seen from him in preseason. And then this next one, there was actually a couple of nice plays. That rollout throw was nice. And then he made a bad decision. And I think that overshadows everything else. Like turnovers will do that. But I've seen some good things from Jalen Milroe in this game. He converted 2 second and 14 plus, a second and 14 and a second and 20. One of them with his legs, one of them with his arm. The bar's not super high for what you need to show to say, yes, I'm going to keep a third-round pick on my roster for more than 1 year at the quarterback position. So I get it. People have there's a lot of people have just decided he's not good and he's never going to be good. I just really don't feel that way. I see it differently. So the Titans are about to line up for a 43-yard field goal. This would be the 4th field goal for the Titans. It's up, and it is right down the middle, 16-12. Seahawks would be wise to score again. This is just kind of strategically my advice to the Seahawks. Points help. So let's see if they can again change something that happened last week where they started fast and then slowed down as the game went on. Let's see. And I'm having to unplug and plug in my little 12 light here because I got to keep my laptop charged. But maybe that's why things are slowing down. Maybe we need the lucky 12 light lit in order for the Seahawks to do well. We'll see. Here's someone saying this is worst treat. If he's a bust, he's a bust. Was Sam Darnold a bust? Was Matt Hasselbeck? Well, Matt Hasselbeck was a late round pick, so maybe you don't feel that way. Geno Smith was a bust, and then he wasn't. Baker Mayfield was a bust, and then he wasn't. I think if you're making a decision about a quarterback being a bust, who you already knew was a developmental, athletic quarterback who'd never played under center, I think that's wild. I think that's wild. And I think that's not learning from history at all. So, by the way, I'm not even sure a third round pick can be a bust. Like, I think it depends on how you look at it. Generally, busts to me are first round picks, something you spent like high draft capital on. Third round pick, it's not premium draft capital. If they had drafted him in the third round with the plan to start him right away somehow, I guess maybe that would be the case. But even then, it's kind of tough. So I'm patient with it. I would love to see it play really well right now, no question. But I'm just not going to lose my mind over, him not being great in preseason, if that's how it turns out. Let's see how he responds. I got Brock Lampy and Anthony Hankerson in the backfield. There's a handoff. I think there was more to get there. I think there was a little more to get, but a nice tackle there. Couple yards. And we'll see how Brian Fleury handles it with Jalen Milroe. Is he going to, running play on first down? Is he going to start trying to give Jalen more reasonable downs and distances? He could try to help him out here. Is he going to let it rip? How confident is he in Jalen Milroe? I'm kind of curious. There's the play action. Rolls to his left. That's a nice throw. Now, Rashad Rochelle drops it. That is a nice throw on a rollout, on target. That's a professional play. Holding on defense, first down Seahawks. Let's go. So I don't know how you could see that. This is a guy that's never played under center till last year. And here he is on a bootleg, throwing on the run, perfect on target. Give me that. Yes, he might make a terrible decision right here, but you just need to show development and that you're on a trajectory of improvement. There's a nice opportunity on that play. Hankerson gets about 4. I thought that was blocked up reasonably well. Now, to say that you thought there was maybe a different hole to pick is ridiculous, and I acknowledge that as sitting here on my couch, but I thought there was an opportunity to cut that back a little bit more. Do any of you guys get nervous when there's guys in the background that don't know they're on the camera? And you're like, what are they going to do? Here's 2nd and 6 for the Seahawks. 13:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Straight drop back. Now, that's interesting. Throw incomplete to Ricky White. Brings up a 3rd and 6. I'd like to see another angle on that. It was a decent pocket. I couldn't tell if he was getting a little crowded. The player he was throwing to, I thought, was pretty well covered. Of course, they're not going to show a replay. Why would we want to see a replay of anything happening? I don't know. All right, 3rd and 6. This is a good challenge. You're going to see some exotic plays. You got guys mugged up on the line. There's a penalty. I'm guessing it's on the Seahawks. False start. You don't like it. Don't like to see it. So now it's 3rd and 11. I would have liked to see Jalen Milroe operate in 3rd and medium. And maybe that was Jalen Milroe operating in 3rd and medium. But now they're going to have to pull out another 10-plus yard conversion. A little Kenny McIntosh sighting. That's a little sad. They're bringing the house. They brought 7 guys. Now, a more experienced quarterback, maybe he finds an open player or an open space to throw the ball to, but the Titans brought the house on that. That's for 6 players. So now you could say, is that Jalen Milroe? Maybe I'd have to see what was going on in the secondary. But like the Titans got him there. Like they sent extra, they got to him. Oh, hit that guy. Oh no. Oh, there's a face mask. God darn it. How do you not tackle him? Come on, fellas. That was a chance to really blow him up, get a turnover maybe. Yeah. Here's a comment from Woogie. Never stop developing young QBs. Never know when your starter will go out with a career-ending injury. Besides, if he becomes better than Darnold and we can have him cheaper, it opens possibilities. Yeah, it's true. The reality is I see someone says that nobody was open. Milrow could have checked it something quicker. I don't know. Like when it's 3rd and 11, there's not a lot of check options for the most part. They're trying to get to the sticks or something that will be a first down play. And again, without being able to see his view, hard to decide whether or not he had anything to do there. Maybe he could have broke the pocket and tried to run with it, but it was pretty quick pressure on that particular play. Yeah, and here's a comment from Bruce. He says, Milrow does play with bad players. Hard to judge sometimes. I don't know if he's playing with bad players, but you are playing with third string. You're playing with, yeah, it does matter who you're playing with. You're usually going against third string, though, as well. But the reality is if you are getting a offensive lineman who's getting beat quickly, he could be third string, fourth string, first string. It's very hard for quarterbacks to operate in that kind of situation. Not many, like I've looked, I've done the research. There is literally zero quarterbacks in the NFL that are good players when they're under pressure. There are quarterbacks who are better when they're under pressure than other quarterbacks, but every single quarterback is significantly better when they're protected than when they're not. You might say, obviously that's true. Well, that's kind of my point. When you've got a guy that's got a blitz breaking into his lap within 2.5 seconds, like I'm not learning that much about the player. Now, if he had made a play, that would have been huge. But I don't know that I expect a ton different from him in that moment. I'm not losing my mind about that specific play. The interception was a much worse decision for sure. This question here: does any Seahawks reporter track stats and report them? We are not allowed. It is expressly forbidden. I used to do exactly that. I used to also share the depth charts for every position, and I can't do that. It is against the rules. So different teams have different rules. I saw Titans reporters certainly were sharing stats, but sometimes you'll see fans in the stands that will count stats, and they're not under the same policy, but the media cannot. Nice play by Max and Hook. Oh no, Jordan Washington. Jordan Washington, 33. Nice player. He's got a little Michael Jackson to him. He's like a physical, swaggy guy. I like just the juice that he plays with. So you got 2nd and 10 coming up. I love the fact that the only time we get replays are on the big screen behind Jeffrey Simmons. Maybe we just need to keep that up there all the time. All right. Quick screen to the right. Do they make the tackle there? They do. Michael Dansby's involved. Jalen Gaines involved. I'd love to see Jalen Gaines show you guys some of what I've seen from him this camp. And honestly, that what Mike McDonald's talked about seeing. He's been a great edge setter, physical against the run, had some great pass rushes. There's been a couple plays in this game where he's done all right, but has not been the flashy, like kind of breakout I would hope for. 3rd and 8. Let's get off the field, boys. Trying to draw him off sides. The guys held their water. Here they come. Good rush. Ah. Had a man over the middle, and I don't know if it was off target or he dropped it. There is a flag. Let's see what the penalty is for. Of course, we're not going to see any of it because we're just going to go back to this interview. Unbelievable, guys. Show the game. It's a third down, and they just threw a flag. I guess we're not going to have any idea what the penalty was. Ah, man. All right, I guess it was on the Seahawks. First down. Must have been like a holding or something. That's a shame. Again over the middle. They're attacking over the middle. Breaks a tackle from I think that's Alfonso Smith. Power Eccles. Sorry, that was Power Eccles who missed that tackle. And there's Mr. Smith. It was Aaron Smith, not Alfonso Smith. Aaron Smith, number 42. So you got Power Eccles, 46, Aaron Smith, 42 at your inside backers. A lot of guys at the line of scrimmage here. 2nd and 2. Inside handoff. You know when you've done well defensively as a line, when the running back gets the handoff and immediately starts to hesitate. And that's what happened there. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but the running back, as he got the ball, could just see guys breaking through the middle and started to decide if he's going to have to cut it outside. But another really nice play. I think J.R. Singleton was involved again in that one. 3rd and 2. Now, I think he lost a yard. I think it's more than 3rd and 2, but that's where they spotted it. Oh, he flinched. That should have been a false start. That was a false start. They missed it on the right tackle. But they run straight ahead for a first down. And, of course, they don't show what I saw in the replay, but whatever. Aaron Smith. There's a question from Matt in Beaverton. Who is Smith? Aaron Smith is a guy that they added in the last week or so. Has had a couple nice plays in camp. Has been a physical player. Obviously down the depth chart, but they've got some injuries with Patrick O'Connell at that spot, who's been out for a little bit, and obviously they're not wanting to play Ernest Jones that much. So the Titans are now running the ball more effectively. And, you know, all the numbers are now kind of evening up. You've got the Titans with 212 yards of offense, the Seahawks with 244 yards of offense. Titans have 114 yards passing, the Seahawks have 128 yards passing. Man, penalties. 12 penalties for 104 yards for the Seahawks, 11 penalties for 100 yards for the Titans. 204 yards of penalties so far. Wow. 23 penalties for 204 yards. I got to tweet that out. Run to the outside. There's a holding there. They didn't call it, did they? Well, maybe they did. All right. Personal foul. Face mask defense. Great. Yep. Andre Fuller. Well, why do I feel like the Seahawks are going to have completely outplayed the Titans this game and end up losing it? Which, you know what? It's one of the things that sucks in preseason, but I can handle it. Uh, I really would like the Seahawks to win this game, though. I always like. I think I'm wired a little like Mike that way, and that I know it doesn't matter, but man, I want to win everything I play. This new stadium they're building is massive. It could hold the old stadium inside of it. Like it's so big. It's kind of crazy. I mean, going to Nashville to watch a game is fun. Really fun city. Good food, good people. Fun to walk across the bridge, across the water to the stadium. It's a good setting. Second and 10 at the Seahawks 14-yard line. Up the middle. They're getting too much up the middle. The only guy making plays is J.R. Singleton. Now, let's check this out. I mean, J.R. Singleton has 6 tackles. He is second on the defense in tackles at defensive tackle. That's crazy. 3rd and 3. They're going to run it right with the middle again. This time they get him. Bubba Thomas. He and J.R. Singleton came into the league as undrafted free agents last year. Justin Hines, the defensive line coach, really took those guys under his wing. And, you know, I talked to him at the Super Bowl about those guys, that I could see that he took a real liking to them. He's like, yeah, those guys are hard workers and they do their thing. So nice to see those guys having a nice game. 4th and 2 here. Did Will Levis go into the stands? Looks like he went into the stands. No, I guess he's still quarterbacking. All right, let's see what we got here. Play action. Has a guy wide open. Decides to run for it. And he picks it up. I don't know why he didn't just pass that. It was a touchdown if he just passed the ball. Well, that couldn't have felt very good. 1st and goal for the Titans. Let's just hope for Will Levis to do stupid things, man. He's more than capable of it. Oh, that's an easy touchdown. All right, here we go. Well, congratulations to the Titans' 4th string for what is going on in the stands there. Taking on the Seahawks' 4th string. But the story of this game, no question about it, is the Seahawks' 2nd and 3rd string team, offense and defense, dominating the Titans' starters on offense and defense. Dominating. It was 16-3 after 1 quarter. And I can't say that was – I don't think that was a reasonable thing to expect. I'm thrilled that it happened. I don't think it was a reasonable thing to expect. Now, I know the Titans aren't great, but starting level teams in the NFL and players, there's usually a pretty big drop-off to anybody's 2nd string. And so for the Seahawks to show up the way they did on offense and defense, the energy that they played with, the explosiveness that we saw, the speed, the physicality, all that was really good. Now, if you're just joining us and you haven't heard, Bud Clark was lost early in this game to what looks like a very serious injury, had an air cast put on. The cart took him off the field. Well, from what I saw, it looked like the leg was not pointed in the right direction. So, you know, probably not great news for Bud Clark. We also saw Mason Richmond go down early in this game, but he did walk off the field under his own power. So Bryce Cabledew came in for him. I don't know his status. I don't think we've heard anything there. But aside from those two not great things, the Seahawks generally have really stepped up in this game and played the way you want to see them play. And I think when I took a poll earlier about grading this game, 80% of the people were at a B grade or higher. I was actually close to 90% were at a B grade or higher. And I think that's right. I think it's hard if you love competition, you like winning, to watch your team just give up the lead no matter what. But the game's not over, so let's see if they can correct that. But even if they don't, the reality is the way preseason games work is what matters declines rapidly as the game goes on. And we're at the point now where most of what happens here is just for fun. Like, it has almost no bearing on your season, but it has a lot of bearing on kind of who's going to be your next generation. Is there anyone that's going to come out of the woodwork to help you out? You're just looking for flashes at this point. And so that's where it's good to see a J.R. Singleton do his thing, even though it didn't prevent a touchdown there. It's good to see some of the plays that we've seen from, Connor O'Toole and some of those other guys. But let's see. I mean, Jalen Milroe had the interception, has had some decent plays, got the sack last time. It's been kind of like up and down, which is kind of what you expect from a developmental quarterback. I see someone say that you don't like Milroe's attitude. Based off of what? Like, the guy is the most happy-go-lucky, positive, hardworking dude. I comes from a military family. I have not sensed any attitude. Guys, I see some folks going at it in chat. Let's just let's just keep the conversations about football, and let's keep them friendly. If you don't like what someone said, just ignore it. Let's keep the arrows pointing out and not in. Milroe's under center here. 5:45 to go, down 16-19. And there is a handoff to Hankerson. And man, Nick Vannett got tossed backwards. Not much there, maybe a yard. Yeah, and by the way, Jason Myers missed a field goal and an extra point. So technically, Seahawks really should be ahead 20-19, but you know what? Let's keep focusing on what's ahead. Let's see if see if Jalen can put something together here. That's a good decision. Now, whether his running back can do anything about it, that's something else. But that was an on-time decision. He was looking down the field, didn't see it, got his ball to the back in the flat, and now you got 3rd and 6 instead of, 3rd and 10 or 12 or a turnover. Now let's see if they can avoid a penalty, and we can see a 3rd and medium kind of play. 3rd and 5. And here we go. Titans bringing a little pressure. Milroe delivers. Ricky White. Wow, he's still going, folks. There's a couple flags on the play. Is it going to be offensive PI? I hope not. I thought maybe the Titans guy grabbed a hold of him. Mike does not look happy. Pass interference, offense. Dang it. Dang it. God. Another penalty. Dang it, man. Oh, come on, man. I don't know about that. I understand why it was called, but I don't know about that. That is both players extending their arms. One guy just lost it. He lost the battle. All right, now it's 3rd and 15. Another long third down. Miller completes it over the middle. That is to the new player on the roster, the new receiver, number 1. That is Julian Hicks out of Albany. Seahawks at 4th and 3. Now, because Milrow made that completion, at least gave themselves a chance to convert this 4th down. Now, they're going to go for it, down 3 points, 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go, 15 seconds on the play clock. 4th and 3. Does he use his legs here? What does he do? Pressure's coming. The holds run. No, he does not make the play in time. He's got to get rid of the football. You can't take a sack there. You just cannot take a sack. Throw it. Even if it's intercepted, you're already going to turn the ball over on 4th down. It's just not a smart play. So he had nobody. I mean, just throw it. Even if Nick Vannett doesn't catch it, just throw it, man. So bummer, like up and down. I mean, I think the play to Ricky White was a nice conversion on a 3rd down, and then in offensive pass interference, and then you're 3rd and long, and you complete a nice play to give yourself a chance on 4th and short, and then you do something that wasn't smart. So people have made up their minds on Jalen Milrow. I have not. People think I'm believe he's the next great quarterback. I do not. But I've seen enough progress where there's no part of me that's thinking he's a dead end. I don't see that yet. But he's got a long way to go with his decision making. There's just no question about it. Like he's got a little bit of that Geno Smith instinct of I'm going to wait till the last possible second to make a play. And Geno Smith, I think has an elite arm in terms of accuracy. Like by all the numbers, he's been elite throughout his career in terms of accuracy. His other things he hasn't been great on. I don't think Jalen Milrow has that. So even more so, it's important to not wait until the last possible second to make your decision. Not great. That's disappointing. I see this from Caleb. Says, "What's up, Brian? Really stinks about the Clark injury. Hopefully it's an easy recovery." I don't expect it to be easy, but hopefully it is rapid and straightforward, like no setbacks. So yeah, disappointing. It's looking like things are probably not going to go the Seahawks' way on the scoreboard. For me, I'm still pretty darn happy with the performance today versus what we saw last week. Looking right now, Connor O'Toole has 1.5 sacks. Chad Surratt has a sack. Jamie Sheriff has half a sack. You've got Connor O'Toole has 2 tackles for loss. Titans ball, bringing another quarterback. Big completion on 1st down for a 1st down. Gets out of bounds. Oh my God. Is this Hendon Hooker? Little clip of John Schneider. One of the most well-known GMs in the sport. Titans are inside the red zone at the 17-yard line with 3:52 to go. Here's a handoff. Man, Jared Ivey's playing with everything he's got. It's got to be hot and muggy. The 2nd and 7 as the clock keeps ticking. I don't think Mike McDonald knows what to do with himself when he's losing football games. Now, last week, Adam Dirty had been calling plays. Mike even talked about the fact that it's probably about time for him to start doing it. So it does look like he's calling the defensive plays. Now, just looking back, the Seahawks went 2-1 in the 2024 preseason. They went 1-1-1 last season. Yes, they did tie. There's no overtime, if you don't remember that. Why I'm saying that is this would be the first season that Mike McDonald will have a losing preseason record. Does it matter? No, not really. But I like it better when they're winning. And I know he does, and I like think the team does. 3rd and 1 here. Seahawks got 1 timeout to go. 3:38 left in the game. Titans pick up the first down here. They'll bleed the clock more. Kick a field goal. They do not pick up the first down. It's going to be 4th and short. I'm guessing the Seahawks do not use a timeout here. I think they will let the clock run. Oh, no, he does use the last timeout. Interesting. Let's see if they can pull a rabbit out of the hat on this. If you're the Titans, I think you got to go for it, right? Like, just a statement about the team you want to be. Where's John always walking to? He's never stationary. He's always going somewhere. This quarterback sneak. I don't think he got there. I think the Seahawks held. Wow. If it holds, it would be 3:17 to go. Mike McDonald's walking down to get a view. First down, Seahawks. Let's go. Let's go, guys. I love that from those fellas, man. I would love to see who made those plays. Look at Ernest Jones is fired up. That is a great, great statement play. Looks like Uso might have felt like he did something on that play. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, Uso. Look at him holding up 3 guys. Who is that? Oh, Jalen Gaines. Jalen Gaines gets into the backfield there. He was a big part of that play, too. A lot of guys contributed to that play. Love to see it. There's Dave Pearson. A little Dave Pearson sighting. Those guys have known each other now for a long time. All right. I almost don't want to watch. Come on, Jalen. Make good choices. Get people off your back. 1st and 10. Get rid of it. Get rid of it, Jalen. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. feel so bad for him. But that is just. Yep. Yep. I hear it. Oh, no. Let's see what happens on this play. I mean, oh, so, uh, yeah. I don't even know how to describe it. If Emmanuel Henderson Jr. thought he was going to be throwing it one direction, he ended up throwing it to his inside shoulder. I don't know if that was where Jalen Milroe was trying to throw it or if it was inaccurate. But you generally want to kind of throw it away from the defender. That's not as sarcastic, but like lead the defense, the offensive player away from the defender, kind of let him back into where the defender was running. Oh man, that's a shame. That's a shame. You know what? I will be on Jalen Milroe Island. I will just hang out here on my own. It's okay. It's all right. I have been here many times before. Hey, look, I took a lot of flack for my Joe Milton interest, and you know what? He's looking pretty good down there for the Cowboys. Mike McDonald is going to coach this team to the very last second. Oh, all right. Good tackle there, Michael Dansby. I love seeing that from Dansby, who's an undersized corner, but plays with some physicality and he's got speed. He's a nice player. It's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 8. Jalen Milroe getting some love from teammates and coaches. He's, I'm sure, hoping to get one more chance at it. I don't know if I can handle him get one more chance at it, to be honest. Oh, man. That was I can't help but say I just think it was funny. It was funny. It was. I'm not happy it happened, but it was funny. Well, folks, as we're getting close to wrapping this up here, thank you all for tuning in. Got thousands of people watching, which is always fun, and hanging out together. If you haven't given the show a like and click subscribe, good chance to do that. If you like, give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That's always helpful. Join over at patreon.com/hawkblogger. And here's 3rd and 8. A little pressure. Oh, but he completes it. That's game. Damn it. Jordan Washington couldn't make the play. I thought the pressure might have gotten to him up the middle. As Jalen Gaines trying to get there. Oh, well. Well, the good news here is, you will not have to see any more Jalen Milroe if you've turned your back on him. They will just kneel down. That'll be the end of it. The Seahawks will lose to the Titans 19-16. They will fall to 0-2 in preseason, but 1-1 in my heart, to be honest. But appreciate all of you for turning out. The Seahawks have one more game for the preseason next Friday in Kansas City against the Chiefs. And then 2 days later, I believe, is Cutdown Day on August 30th. We also are very likely to have new owners of the Seattle Seahawks this week. On Wednesday, that should be going to a vote. Lots of stuff going on this week. I will be checking in with Quandre Diggs, find out when he will join the show this week. Could be as early as tomorrow. And we will go from there. So I will be back with you guys tomorrow. Until then, have a great rest of your night. It's been a fun time hanging out with all of you. Take care.